Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to 40k 8th edition. And welcome back to the depths of the Acheron Sector, where a beast arises. Deep in the sector, the Orks have banded together under a new war boss, the great and powerful Zog. Zog the big and mighty, Zog the fearsome, Zog the man with the silly hat. He is here, and his boys are on this planet, and they're fighting the Ultramarines, or by which I mean them blue beaky boys, led by Heathage.
Hello.
Welcome back to the channel. Last time you were on here, you basically gave my wood, you gave my word bearers an absolute mollering. But conversely, it was one of my favourite games of 8th edition. Actually, that one it had a lot of great story moments in it. So the Ultramarines are back, trying to keep this Ork menace under control. Zog is a new war boss in this sector, but he's quickly grown in power and strength, and his war is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And the story today basically is, well, Zog has his favourite stomper. You can see it there in the middle of the table. It's his favourite stomper. It's his big stompy robot. He's very proud of it. And unfortunately, it was on its way to him when the Ultramarines came down and very unfairly, very unsportingly, dropped an airstrike on it, and now it's immobilised. And now they're moving in with ground troops to try and blow it up and secure it or whatever, and make sure the Orks don't get their hands on it, because a stomper is a serious bit of kit that they want to deny to the war boss, and the war boss is not very happy. You've damaged his favourite big stompy robot, and he's coming here with whatever lads he had standing around at the time to come and take it back. As they see the Ultramarines approaching, you can see we've got the little mech boy up on the top there. He's probably been screaming into his little radio like, Boss, the Beakies is coming! I need help! All the grots have run away, the old crew's disappeared, I'm by myself, help! And War Boss Dog's not very happy with him. So he's going to be on his way to take this place and take back his beautiful, beloved stomper from them Beakies. So, I think we'd better go look at the armies. And behold, it's Zogglak. Here it all is. Well, not all of it. Not even close to all of it. I got loads of Orks where these came from. But this is what's come along today. Basically, as many of the lads as Zog could grab before he headed out to go get his stomper back. So, as you can see, lots of Orks, basically. We got it's a battalion detachment. We got 3 mobs of boys, 2 mobs of 20, 1 mob of 29. I know it's an odd number, but points, you know. It's 1750 points in total, so, you know. We've got his nobs, his nobles here. They've got 3 with kill saws, 2 with big choppers, and I'm counting those as like double kill saws, so like they get an extra attack with them. I don't know if that's like the official model kind of you're supposed to use for a nob armed with 2 kill saws, but because they don't have a slugger and they're holding it with 2 hands, I figured, yeah, good enough. So they'll have an extra attack each with the kill saws, the guys with big choppers at the back to save points. Each mob of boys has got a nob with power claw. This big mob of 29 has got like the back row, got shooters. Everyone else has got choppers and sluggers. A couple of big shooters in there as well. This mob's got a couple of big shooters. This mob, I think, has got 1 big shooter. And yeah, you know, standard Ork boy stuff. We've got some flash kits over here. Some of the mercenaries Zog has employed in his war. Lots of flash kits with their big snaz guns, which are pretty good. I think they're pretty good. And we've got some tank busters. 10 tank busters with a pair of bomb squigs, and they're riding around in a truck as well. So they brought that with them. And yeah, oh, and over here we've got this. It's a looted knight, but I'm going to be using it as a Morkanaut rules-wise. And yeah, so that means he's got the big zap gun things and rocket launchers and some big shooters, twin big shooters, lots of stuff, that sort of thing. Basically, there are no rules for a looted knight. I didn't build this thing, someone else did, and I just thought it was so freaking cool. I had to have it, and here it is. So yeah, we're going to use it as a Morkanaut. I have given it the the custom force field, because I figured that can kind of be a bit like the knight's ion shield a bit. So it's got that upgrade on it as well. And then we come to the characters in the middle here. So we've got Zog himself here. in the middle. We've got a big mech with a shock attack gun. We've got a pain boy, and we've got a weird boy here with his nice little wizard hat on him. So Zog himself, he is the Index war boss in Mega Armor, basically. He's got the big power claw, a combi rocket launcher, I think I'm going with today. But I put all of the options on the combi gun just so I wouldn't have to like magnetize it or something. So yeah, I think he's going with the combi rocket launcher today. Big power claw. He's got Mega Armor, so 2+ save, etc., etc. And yeah, so Zog, well, he's a bit of a Frankenstein's monster of an orc, really. He's the result of a pain boy deciding to have a bit of fun and experiment with sewing together several orc body parts along with a head. It's a well-known fact that orcs can actually survive being decapitated several times as long as a pain boy's around to sew them back on again. And this pain boy decided what would happen if he took body parts from all the different orc clans and sewed them onto one thing. And Zog here is the result. He's grown quite exponentially. But he's not all quite there. He's not completely mad. He's we don't have an actual sort of multiple personality disorder thing going on here, but he is subject to some sudden and violent mood swings, shall we say. So when Zog's around, when it comes to his warlord trait, I'm going to roll randomly for it and see what we actually get, rather than picking one. I think it'd be more fun that way, just to represent how mercurial his whims actually are. So I'm going to roll for that in a minute. Relics-wise, I've gone with the super cyborg body for him, so he'll have a 5+ feel no pain. And as for army-wide rules, we're running freebooters, because this isn't one specific orc clan, it's an entire WAAAGH. And I figure the freebooters rules, where if a unit kills an enemy unit, all the other orc units within 24 inches of it add 1 to hit rolls for that phase, because they're sort of hyper-competitive, always competing with each other. Sort of like, imagine Legolas and Gimli in Lord of the Rings, but, you know, much more violent and a lot less friendly. That's essentially what you've got going on with these guys. But yeah, to represent that this is a big collection of orcs from lots of different clans all assembled into a big WAAAGH, I'm going to run with freebooters rules rather than a specific clan, see how that turns out. I think they're quite interesting, the freebooters rules, so aside from their rubbish kill cruiser stratagem, which I probably will not be using, but hey. So, there you go, that's Zogglak, ready to crump some beakies. Speaking of beakies though, let's go take a look at them. And here we have the blue beak, the forces of the Ultramarines. So, Heathage, do you want me to talk you through this lot?
We'll start from the left-hand side then. So at the top here, jumping up on top, is my squad of Inceptors.
Jumpy dudes.
Some normal Inceptors, nothing special about them, except they're going to hopefully rain too much fire into those massive squads you've got there.
Yes.
In front of them, we've got 3 squads of Intercessors.
Mm-hmm.
Only one model shows that they have it, but each squad has a auxiliary grenade launcher, because they're free now. So
sweet.
I just take them now.
It's been a while since I played Marines, so I haven't actually caught up with a lot of the changes recently.
Chapter approved. Was it chapter approved? Yeah. Gave auxiliary grenade launchers as free. So
sweet.
One model in each of them has that.
That useful bit of kit.
At the back, we've got 2 squads of Hellblasters.
Mm-hmm.
I've given each of the sergeants a plasma pistol,
mm-hmm.
just to make up. I had a bunch of extra points just stored up, so I thought, I'm going to upgrade a bunch of things.
Give them all the extra gear.
Yeah, exactly.
All the shiny bits, the gubbins, as we would say on the Orky side.
In front of them, we've got an aggressor squad.
Mm-hmm.
They've got the Flamestorm. I think they're called Flamestorm gauntlets.
Yeah, flamey power fist things.
First time I'm going to be using them actually, and I only just found out there's 2d6 shots with auto hits.
Not bad.
If they stand still, they get to shoot twice. So
they do indeed.
That's going to be
not a unit I want to charge if I can help it. Really,
I think you should. I feel like just take the challenge. Just do it.
I'd prefer to knock them down with some dagger first.
Do it for a bit of fun,
I don't want to charge the flamethrower, boss.
You'll make you nice and warm. Right, so in front of them we've got a captain in Gravis armour.
Hello.
He's got the Santic Halo relic. So he can deny the witch tests, and has a 3+ invulnerable save.
That's a very nice relic, that one actually, yeah.
And I've given him the what was it called? The Storm of Fire trait.
Okay.
So if I've got a unit within 6 inches and they roll a 6 to wound, it adds an AP to their shot.
Very good.
So -1 to -2, for instance, for intercessors.
Nice.
To his left, we've got a Lieutenant Primaris one. Got to get those re-rolls of 1 on wounding. You know, can't leave without one.
Useful, yeah, useful against Orks because there is a lot of them. They have a T-shirt save, but they are toughness 4, so your bolt guns are wounding them on 4. So having him around to re-roll some of those 1s is going to be useful.
Yeah. So if we go on to the rock, I've got a squad of scouts.
Hello.
I can't remember. I'm checking now. Actually, I can't remember. Yeah, I did give them camo cloaks, so they'll get a 2+ cover save unless there's AP and whatnot added on. So they'll be good at. They'll be quite tough to kill if you're not shooting them with armor piercing.
Yep.
No Sergeant Talion this time for them, so they're just going to hit on freeze this time.
Right.
Just going to try and take pot shots or wherever they feel like it. In front of them, there's a squad of Terminators. Always got to have Terminators. We both agree Terminators are just...
Well, I mean, they've gone down in points now, haven't they, a bit?
Yeah.
And also, yeah, I mean, they're yeah, well, you know, everyone who's into 40k knows that Terminators have their issues at the minute, but I do adore them anyway. I bring them whenever I can, so I appreciate you bringing them along.
I never make a list without Terminators. But I've even brought more this time. I've got a Librarian in Terminator armor.
Hello.
So he's going to be moving about with them, dropping in with them when they do deep strike. I mean, that's giving away, really. I'm obviously going to deep strike my Terminators. He's got Null Zone and I think Might of Heroes?
Might of Heroes, yeah.
Yeah, so Null Zone will stop your invulnerable saves if you've got any.
I don't think I actually have got it. Well, actually, the Morkanauts got the custom force field, but that's it, I think.
Okay, well, I guess what I'm going to use that against them. Smite, obviously, and then Might of Heroes, it adds 1 to strength, toughness, and attacks.
Yeah, that's very good power.
That moves them up to 5 strength and toughness, and I think they get 2 attacks each normally, apart from the sergeant. So
I forgot to list psychic powers for my weird boy, actually. We'll get to that though.
So to the right of them, we've got a Dreadnought. I've given him a assault cannon and a missile launcher. And then to the right of him is the Devastator squad.
Devastators, excellent.
2 las cannons, heavy bolter, plasma cannon. The sergeant has got a grav pistol and a chainsaw, and they've also got a Armorium cherub with them.
Hey, yep.
So
little cherub at the back there.
Cherub will allow me to reload a weapon. Once that's done, it just comes off the table. And the sergeant lets me add 1 to one of the squad members' hits for that turn.
Very
for
nice.
the shoot phase.
Yeah, with the zone specs thing.
Most of the time, I just use them together.
Yeah.
So reload the shot that has hits on a 2, pretty worth it. And then finally, in front of them, we've got Chaplain Cassius.
Chaplain Cassius himself, late of the Death Watch, I believe. Very cool character. He's been around for ages as Cassius, as long as I can remember. Anyway, it's the first time I've seen him in the flesh, though. What little of it he's got left, anyway. But that's pretty cool. So he's a chaplain. What extra special stuff does he do?
Well, chaplains as normal. They re-roll all failed hit rolls in the fight phase.
Indeed.
I think it's within 6 inches of him.
Yeah.
The standard inch. It's got a 4+ invulnerable save. That might not come. It depends on how I use them. That might not even come into effect if I'm getting them close up in the middle. Another cool thing is within a 6-inch bubble. So if a model within 6 inches of him is slain in the fight phase on a 6, he allows for a mortal wound to be done against the attacking model. So say if one of your orcs kills one of my models that's within his range and I get a 6, that orc just dies. It realises the fault of its ways and just explodes its own head.
I see. Very good. Alright, so there we are. We have the Ultramarines. Nice mix of old school and Primaris dudes as well. Lots and lots of DACA for dealing with the many, many orcs I have. Should be good for fun. Should be quite interesting. So, right. I suppose we're going to go get deployed and do all that shenanigans. So, we'll be right back. Okay, we're into deployment now, but I forgot. I need to roll for Zog's Warlord trait. So, let's see what we get. 6. Might is right. Add 1 to your Warlord strength and attack characteristics. So he's feeling fighty today. Zog, he wants to go crump some Yumis. So he's got an extra point of strength and an extra attack. Very nice. Oh, also, as far as the Weird Boy is concerned, with his psychic powers. Oh, I forget where the psychic powers are in here. Here we go. My Weird Boy, he's going with Warpath and a jump. I'm making him a Warped as well, so he can cast 2 powers a turn. For a command point 2, so there you go. Okay folks, we're deployed and here's what the battlefield looks like. The Orks have formed up thusly. 3 big mobs like this, big mob of 30 around here in the middle, guys on the flanks, flash kits on this left flank, the truck full of tank busters on the right hand side. Zog has obviously been occupying this chapel for some reason because he's emerged from the doors there along with his big mech and his Weird Boy and his Pain Boy. They're being just sort of screened a little bit by these boys at the front there. So yeah, you will notice the Morkanaut is not on the field, and neither are the Knobs. That's because the Knobs are riding in/on the Morkanaut. And I have used a stratagem. Teleporter. Use this stratagem during deployment. You can set up an Ork unit from your army with a power rating of 20 or less. Morkanaut's 15 power level for a reference. On a teleporter pad, instead of placing it onto the battlefield, units on a teleporter pad can teleport down at the end of any of your movement phases, set them up anywhere on the battlefield that's more than 9 inches away from enemy models, and so on and so forth. If you use this stratagem on a transport, all units embarked inside on it remain so when it is set up on a teleporter. And the Morkanaut does have the transport keyword, I just double checked to be sure. And yeah, so I like to think though really that this is a part of a cunning but brutal plan by Zog, you see, and it's not really teleporting in, but what's going to happen instead is like there's going to be some Ork Orks flying over, and they're going to be carrying like the Morkanaut on cables, and so they're just going to sort of fly in here, probably singing an Orky version of Ride of the Valkyries, and they'll just sort of like airdrop it in onto the battlefield somewhere in subsequent turns. That's the mental image I have in my head of how I'm deep striking this Morkanaut that's just going to come in on cables carried by Ork helicopters. So that's the idea anyway. It sounds like an Orky kind of plan, so we're going to roll with it. I've also used the Warped stratagem to make my Weird Boy a Warped, so he knows an additional psychic power and he can cast an additional psychic power, or at least he can attempt to anyway. So that's good, so he's got Warpath and the jump, as I said. And that leaves me with 5 command points left, which isn't a huge amount, but I'll see what use I can get out of them. And yeah, so I lost the roll-off, so I deployed first. And I will be getting the first turn, unless Heathage seizes the initiative. The Ultramarines have deployed over here on the opposite end of the table. We got the Hammer and Anvil deployment type. So as you can see, they're scattered around through these ruins, forming their own firing line. And the mission, I should mention as well, almost forgot today, is the... blast and damn it, I can't remember the actual name of it. It will have popped up on your screens already by now anyway, but we have one objective in the middle, which is the Stomper. And basically for each turn that you control the objective with the most models and etc, you get a point. Now, the range at which you control the objective shrinks during the game. At the start, it's 18 inches. We're measuring from the middle of the Stomper because it's so huge. So in round 1, it's 18 inches away. Round 2, 15 inches. Round 3, 12 inches. And it keeps shrinking by 3 inches until down to a minimum of 3 inches throughout the game, essentially, is how that works. So, and also we have the null field. So basically, as you can see here, Mech Boy's up here on the top, desperately trying to fix the thing. He's got all his gubbins and stuff scattered around. And he's trying to patch this thing up. But something inside here is malfunctioning, basically, and it's putting out a null field, which means that within 12 inches of this thing, again, we're going to measure from the center of it because it's so huge, anyone within 12 inches of the middle of the Stomper will not get any invulnerable saves they may have. So if you've got an invul save and you're within 12 inches of the Stomper, you don't get an invul save. So, interesting, considering it's the only objective and we need to control it to win. So, there you go, folks. That is the mission, that is the deployment. Heathage, good sir, do you wish to seize the initiative? Because at the moment you will be going second.
I don't know if I want to.
You don't even want to?
I don't know. I'm going to roll it, see what happens. Oh, 2, I don't get it anyway.
I didn't get it anyway. Alright, so... Very well. It's got to be Orks turn 1 coming up next. Right, Orky movement phase complete. This is what's happened. Everyone has charged forwards. Who'd have thunk it? Basically, all of the boys have advanced, as well as moved, and pretty much everything else has as well. The truck didn't advance. That's moved just 12 inches. The weird boys run over here, because I'm actually going to try and de-jump the flash git so they can shoot something this turn. I should have de-jumped one of the boy mobs probably, but then I'd already moved and advanced them by that point, which means they wouldn't be able to charge unless the war boss was nearby, and if they de-jump, the war boss won't be nearby. So, yeah, that's my first error. It's my... I don't know if I've mentioned this yet in the video, but this is my first game with the Orks, ever. So for you war bosses out there who are much more experienced than myself, please be gentle. I sort of know what I'm doing, but not really. And these terrain pieces here are driving me absolutely nuts. Right, you're just going to lie down for now. Right. So yeah, but I'm going to try and de-jump the flash kit so they can shoot something. I think the guns are only 24 inches range, the snaz guns, so... That's the plan. We're going to head into the psychic phase. Okay, so Weird Boy, casting the jump on these guys. He has got a lot of dudes nearby. For every 10 models within 10 inches of him, we add 1 to his psychic rolls. So let's quickly add that up. There's well over 30 orcs nearby, so he's going to be getting a +3 to this roll, which is good and bad. If I roll low, it would be quite nice, but if I roll high, it's very likely he'll perils. So, here we are. Warp charge 7, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It does go off, thanks to Power of the War, all the other guys nearby. So, these flash kits are now going to disappear into green smoke or a green flash of light and reappear elsewhere on the battlefield. And poof! Alakazam! They have reappeared up here on this hill. This guy here, he's actually meant to be here, but wobbly model syndrome is a serious bloody thing right now with this scenery I've got. So anyway, they've appeared on top of here, so they're in cover now at least. And more importantly, they are within 24 inches. He's fallen over again. 24 inches of these hellblasters, which I would very much like to be rid of. So they've now teleported up there. They didn't move in their movement phase, and I think strictly speaking, rules as written and all that, they don't count as having moved now, in spite of being teleported. So their heavy snaz guns will still be hitting on normal ballistic skill for them, which is 4+, rather than hitting on 5s for moving. I hope I've got that right. That's come up with other armies in the past, basically, and I think that's the right answer. Because I think heavy weapons only have a -1 if you move in the movement phase. It doesn't mention anything about the psychic phase. So, right. God, I'm going to be yelled at so bad if I get that wrong, but oh well. We'll see what happens. So yeah, psychic phase now done. I'm not going to cast anything else. I'm not in range to smite, and warpath is useless to me because I'm not charging with anything this turn. I don't think I will be. So yeah. He gets to keep his brains for now, does the weird boy. We'll explode him on some later turn, I think. So, psychic phase now done. Into the Daka phase. Okay, folks, first up, it's going to be the tank busters in the back of this truck, shooting out of it at this dreadnought over here. With the whooping and hollering, they let loose all of their rocket launchers. The bomb squigs won't be hopping out to run over to the dreadnought this turn because they're just out of range, unfortunately. So we've got 9 rockets from the rocket launchers going out there. I say 9 and not 10 because one of the tank busters is armed with a tank hammer. I know tank hammers aren't very good, but I think they're hilarious, so I brought one anyway. So this will be 9 shots, hitting on 5s because they're assault weapons, so even though the truck moved, we're okay there. And 6s, of course, is Daka for Orcs, so 6s generate further hit rolls. So here we go, hitting on 5s with our rocket launchers, and I believe we re-roll failed to hits with Orcs, with tank busters against vehicles. I have double checked that, and yes, we do get to re-roll them, which is good because I need to re-roll absolutely everything. And the dreadnought is a vehicle, so hey, there we go. We got some hits, and also a Daka. So does that generate an extra hit? No, it doesn't. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4 hits with the rocket launchers. Dreadnought's toughness 7, these are strength 8, so wounding on 3s. Everything wounded, okay. These are AP -2. So you have 5 up saves to make on the Dreadnought. So.
Oh, here we go. There we go. I made 3 of them. That's actually really good.
Okay.
I was not expecting that.
Neither was I. Alright, well you take flat 3 damage from the 1 missile that did get through. So,
so I'm on 5 now.
Yes, that is disappointing.
It's perfectly fine.
I don't really believe that. That is ridiculous. Alright, so... God damn it, tank busters. Alright. Gotta shoot better next time, you git. Alright, so, next. I really want to kill that Dreadnought so I can kick off my freebooters thing. So I'm going to see what else I can shoot. Alright, well that was disappointing. Never mind, moving on. The big shooter in this mob of boys here and the big shooter on the truck, I'm going to roll on both at the same time. They're going to shoot at the scouts up there. Even though they've got their crazy good cover save, there's not much else for me to shoot that's line of sight and everything. I can't possibly finish off the Dreadnought with the big shooters, so I'm just going to shoot at what I can maybe kill. So, here we go, hitting on 5s. Wow, that wasn't bad. Alright, 3 Dackers. So, re-roll these 2, and roll another one. 6s, another further 6s don't generate extra hits, so there we go. And it's a strength 5, so that's a wound on 3s. Everything wounds, no AP at all though, so...
I need to make 2s.
You do.
Right, so let's make 2s. There's 1-1.
I killed a scout!
Oh, do I want to get rid of a scout now? Yeah, I'll get rid of a scout.
Wow! Alright, excellent. Next up, I believe that the big mech did not advance, so I think he's just in range of the scouts with his shock attack gun, so I'm going to give that a whirl as well. Okay, shock attack gun now. For some reason I thought it had 24 inches range. Turns out it actually has a 60-inch range, which means it can quite easily shoot the Dreadnought. However, it's a heavy weapon, and he did move, so it is going to hit on 6s. So, you know, but before we fire the weapon, we have to roll some dice. So basically, a shock attack gun, for those not familiar, is essentially, what it does is, you see he's got that tube there. Well, he vacuums up snotlings with that, and they go up the tube into the shock attack gun, and the shock attack gun basically teleports snotlings through the warp into the enemy target. So if I get some hits here, that Dreadnought's going to have snotlings crawling around in it that have gone completely mad from being teleported through the warp. So I'm going to fill your Dreadnought with snotlings.
Oh, please, no. Why?
However,
it's not done anything to you yet, though.
Before we fire it, we have to roll 2d6 to determine the strength of the thing. So 4, 5, 6, 7. So strength 7, and now d6 shots, and he did move again, so he's hitting on 6s. So I'd like a high number here. All right, 3. So again, this will hit on 6s, but Dacker is a thing. No hits. So the shock attack gun is completely missed. I guess there's like a bunch of snotlings running around somewhere nearby, as opposed to actually inside the Dreadnought. So
I'm going to get crushed as I walk among them.
Just stomping on them. Foul Xenos. Alright, so that's all of me guns, basically. I might have a few other big shooters lying around here. It's not all my guns at all. I've got the flash kits still. Alright, we'll do them next. Okay. Flash kits, shooting at these Hellblasters. I'm using a stratagem for 2 command points, more Dacker. Basically, Dacker will trigger on a roll for 5 or a 6 instead of just a 6. Okay, rolling to hit. Hitting on 4s with flash kits. And 5s and 6s is Dacker, so that's actually quite a lot of extra Dacker. Here's the Dacker rolls, which gives us another 4 hits. That's really nice. Okay, this is strength 6, so it'll wound the Hellblasters on 3s. And we've got many wounds.
Let's go.
Yep, 5 up saves.
That's 1 dead.
It's flat 2 damage each, so...
Oh, right, okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. The squad is dead.
Yeah, all the Hellblasters are dead. Okay.
Hellblasters.
They were scary, man.
I mean...
Maybe not as scary as flash gets now that I think about it, but hey.
They weren't that bad.
I've run a 15 Hellblaster list before, and I know what you're capable of. You don't fool me. Alright, so I have... That's the last of my shooting. I have no charges to make. and no fights or anything like that. Morale phase is obviously not a thing. I wiped a unit. I damaged a dreadnought. And we put the scout I killed back because I realised that one of the big shooters I fired at them with should have been hitting on 6s and not 5s because they advanced. So I rolled a dice on a 4-up. The scout comes back, and the scout came back. So just in the interest of fairness, I forgot that particular rule. Sorry about that. So the scout's back alive. We didn't kill one of them. That's my turn, essentially. That's the Orcs turn 1 done. So we're going to be... Okay, I'll just start again, shall I? We're going to be moving to Ultramarines turn 1 now. And I need to find out, just before we do that, when we score victory points, whether it's the end of the round or end of the turn. Alright, here we are. End of Ultramarines, turn 1 movement phase. Chaplain Cassius leading the charge here. Brothers, we must secure the Ork machine. So that's what he's trying to do. The aggressors and him have moved forward. These intercessors have relocated this way, tactically redeployed. Some other movement over in this direction. The Dreadnought's taken some steps back, and you've used a command point on him for Wisdom of the Ancients, have you not, sir?
Yeah.
So yeah, he'll be re-rolling 1s and providing re-roll 1s to everybody within 6 inches of him. As his brothers heed the advice of this ancient veteran. Yeah, so that's the movement done. Psychic phase now, right? Is you you're
Librarian's
yeah,
still in.
he's not deployed yet, is he? So that's your only psychic, yeah?
Yeah, basically.
Right, so psychic phase is done. That was nice and quick. Over to the shooting phase. Do you know what you're going to fire at first, sir?
I'm going to use the Devastators to shoot at your truck.
At my truck.
Okay. Except the heavy bolt is probably just going to shoot into this Ork mob here, because that's more useful.
Right, we'll start with that then. Okay, so the Devastators firing at the truck. The plasma cannon and both the las cannons are going into the truck. The heavy bolt is going into the boys. And the sergeant is going to be using his Auspex array to make one of the las cannons hit on a 2-up, which is pretty nice. So yeah.
Heavy bolters into them first.
Yep, let's go for it.
Hit on 3s on them within 6 of the Dreadnought.
They are, so re-rolling 1s.
Oh, they hit.
Hit twice. Winning on 3s.
Yep. And 1 wound.
That'll be 1 dead orc, because I've got t-shirt saves of 6+. Alright, with 1 boy removed with a bolt around to the face, the rest of the heavy weapons are now going to be firing at the truck, starting with the plasma cannon.
So D3 shots.
3 shots for 3.
Really good. Nice 1.
Okay, so we got 2 hits.
Yep.
And right, so that is strength. You weren't overcharging.
No. Plasma cannon strength 7. I think.
Strength 7. So I think the truck's toughness 6. We can check later, but I'm pretty sure it's toughness 6. So wounded on 3s.
Wounded on 3s.
Oh dear.
It's lieutenant within. I don't know.
We can check if you like. It looks like he might be in 6 inches. Luckily, the lieutenant was just close enough to shout at them to target the other bit, and so that is a wound. Yeah, what's the AP on this?
Plasma cannon, I think, is
AP minus 3, right?
3, yeah.
So I have a strong suspicion I do not get any kind of save at all, but I do get the ramshackle rule. All right, ramshackle only applies to unit to damage that's to wounds that are more than 1 damage, which that was not. So 9 wounds left on the truck. Now the las cannons.
Las cannons, right. So we'll do the guy that's hit on 2s first.
Okay.
He hits. Do the other guy. He doesn't hit. Wow, I should have done
Ah,
the other
no.
way around.
Oh, no.
That was terrible.
Okay,
Right,
so 1 hit.
So strength 9.
Yeah, wounded on a 3.
Wounded on 3s. That's a wound. So minus.
Minus 3. Don't get a save. D6 damage. 3. Right, so now the ramshackle rule comes into effect. So I roll a dice, and on a 6, the damage of the attack is reduced to 1 because you hit something that wasn't very important. No. Okay, so it takes 3 more damage. That puts it down to 6 wounds remaining. But wait, folks, there's more. The Armorium Cherub is going to be used to reload the las cannon and let it fire again.
Yep, he reloaded it.
Bye-bye.
That's how he reloads.
Bye Cherub. So
so hit on 2. Oh, there we go. 3. There we go. Wound.
Yep, D6 damage.
D6 damage. And
for 1.
I'm going to command point now.
Okay. Command point being spent, folks.
We're going to try it. 2.
Can't see it. I'll take your word for it.
It's behind here.
Oh,
yeah,
there we go. It's 2. All right. Well, ramshackle. No. Okay, so I do take another further 2 damage. That leaves it on 4 wounds remaining. Not quite dead, though. All right, the Venerable Ancient here, he's opened fire now. His assault cannon has mown down 3 Ork boys on this right flank here. And now he's firing his crack missile at the truck. Perhaps the Venerable Ancient veteran can finish off what his brother started.
Let's do this.
1 crack missile hitting on a 3, which does hit.
And wounding on a 3. That's a wound.
Okay.
-2?
-2, so I get a 6-up save, which I don't make.
So d6 damage.
Yeah. 1. Very good. Very good. 3 wounds remaining.
Why are you doing this to me?
On the truck. It's an orky contraption that refuses to die.
Right.
It happens sometimes.
Well, I know what's going to hit it next.
All right. What are you shooting next? Is it Hellblasters by any chance, or
the scouts?
Oh, the scouts. Okay.
Missile launcher into it, and the sniper rifles into this squad.
Okay.
So.
Let's start with the missile launcher.
Yeah, let's do the missile launcher. Reroll ones because of him.
Yep.
So he's there.
Captain's helping out as well.
Ready to do this, and they hit.
Excellent.
And it's again strength 8. So and it
3 to wounds and
there we go.
6 up. No.
D6 damage. Come
D6
on.
damage.
I got yes.
Hey, there we go. Right,
Don't roll a
ramshackle.
6.
Ramshackle. Do I roll a 6? Does it hit something unimportant? No.
Oh.
So the truck is gone. Does it explode? No.
Oh, I wish.
Right. So the truck goes. What about the models within? That is the question. There are 12 guys in there, 10 tank busters and 2 bomb squigs. So I gotta roll some dice for them. Okay, rolling 1 dice for each model inside. On rolls of 1s, models cop it. And 2 die. I guess that's probably going to be both the bomb squig. Actually, no. 1 will be the tank hammer. and one of the bomb squigs. There we go. And out the flames and smoke come crawling this lot. And this is what things look like after the truck has been blown to smithereens. The tank busters are here. As I said, one of the bomb squigs didn't make it out, and also the guy with the tank hammer did not make it out. So, well, with the truck destroyed, the other battle brothers, the snipers in the scout squad, have all opened fire with bolt gun and fury. And now only 3 boys remain in this mob here. The rest of them have been gunned down mercilessly. So, with that right flank pretty much decimated, we're now moving over to the other flank where other intercessors are shooting at these flash gits here. Trying to get rid of them because they are a nasty threat indeed. So, would you like to begin, sir?
Yep. Okay, so hit on freeze and 2 hits.
Okay.
No rerolls.
Not the greatest.
And winning on 4s.
Yep.
Oh no.
Oh, no. So yeah, the flash gits proving difficult to eradicate up there. Yeah, bullets bouncing off their shiny gubbins armour bits, basically. Yeah, spent lots of teeth on those for a reason. Alright, so have you got any other shooting going on?
No, there's nothing else I can shoot that's in range.
Okay, so any charges?
No.
No charges?
No charges.
So that brings
I
us
regret
to, well, it brings us through the fight phase, which doesn't happen, basically. And then through to the morale phase, where these boys over here are going to have morale issues, it seems. Leg it, lads! We's not going to survive this! They've run off. Even with the tank busters nearby using mob rule, they lost 17 models, plus I rolled a 5 on the morale, just to be sure. So they're gone. I could have spent 2 command points to keep them. The reason being, I could then maybe bring them back with Green Tide. Unfortunately, I only have 3 command points left, so I can't afford to do both. So I've just let them go, basically. So the right flank is kind of gone for me right now. All I've got over there now is the tank busters. So the battle is kind of pivoting over to the left-hand side here quite a bit. Because that's where the bulk of the boys have actually decided to go, along with the war boss. So, interesting stuff. I did expect the boys to die quite quickly, and that's pretty much what's happening right now. So yeah, no charges or anything like that. We double checked and everything. So it's going to be the end of the round. And right now, well, I mean, I think it's pretty fair to say that I've got more models within 18 inches of the Stomper than you do.
Oh yeah. I mean...
So that's 1 point to the Orks. And we'll now go into Orks turn 2. Right, boys, it's turn 2 movement phase for the Orks, and this is what's happened. Flash kits have stayed put. Their target for today is going to be the aggressors, hopefully, behind there. I've measured line of sight and stuff. I can just see that one on the end. Meanwhile, the rest of the boys have charged through this gap here, hoping to make a charge on maybe these intercessors, I reckon. I'd rather not charge the aggressors because their flame storm gauntlet things are horrifying to charge into for Overwatch. So, elsewhere, the tank busters have moved forward because why not? Big Mech stayed put so he can hit on 5s with his shock attack gun. Warboss has plodded forwards. He gets a movement of 4 because he's in mega armor, and he keeps rolling 1s for his advanced rolls, so Zog is really slow. The Weird Boys followed him up, and so has the Pain Boy. And that's the movement, with the exception of course, the Morkanort, which has arrived, as I said, airlifted in by Chinorks, with all of them singing dun 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 dun. So it's landed now, thunk, down on this flank to try and fill the gap that's been left by the big mob of boys that were gunned down. The knobs are still inside. They won't be getting out until next turn. But yes, it's here. It's arrived. However, the Ultramarines are being sneaky beaky gits because you're using Auspex scanner, aren't you?
Yeah.
For, is it 2 command points?
2 command points, yeah.
So the Hellblasters are going to shoot at this thing as it arrives on the battlefield. So, as it comes down, the cable's lifted down by the helicopters. You're going to open fire at it. So, yeah, -1 to hit with this stratagem, but you can shoot a deep striking unit with it. So,
yeah, I'm just still deciding if I want to. No, I'm not going to overcharge.
Not going to overcharge.
I'm just going to shoot it. I'm just going to hope for the best. So hit on 4s, re-rolling 1s. Oh wow.
Okay.
Glad I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely glad I didn't.
That would have been a dead Hellblaster. So.
So.
This is now wounding on 5s because strength 7, toughness 8.
5s. I get a 5.
1 wound. AP minus
4 AP.
a whole bunch. Well, I've got the custom force field, so 5 up, which I don't make. So the Morkanort takes a wound. So yeah, took a bit of damage on the way in there, but it has arrived. And now we're going to be heading into the shooting phase, where I've got some priority targets I would like to get rid of with lots of Dakka. Shoot them now. Lots of guns. Okay, we're going to start the Dakka phase here with the tank busters. First off, the bomb squig. I'm going to start with him. The bomb squig. He hits on a 2+, and he runs all the way through here up towards this dreadnought. If he hits, he does quite a bit of damage. So right, yeah. So he does hit. It's strength 8, toughness 7, so wounds on a 3. No. Squiggy went boom, but he didn't kill it.
I see him running up, and I just shot him.
He didn't. Yeah, he was running up towards you, and you just blew him away. How could you? He's so cute. Anyway, right. So now it's the rocket launchers. So these will be hitting on 5s. Dakka, of course, being a thing, and that was dreadful. Although it did get 2 Dakkas, which do not translate into further hits. Although, actually, just realised, what do you call it? We're tank busters. We're shooting a vehicle, so we can re-roll. So, strength 8.
2 wounds, is that?
Yeah, 2 wounds. AP minus 2, flat 3 damage. So, 2 5-ups.
We can do it. Look, 2 5-ups. That is not
That's
what I wanted.
that's not it. All right, so that is 6 damage.
It's on 5, I think.
Right, so it is
I
dead.
think it's on 5, yeah.
Does he explode?
Does he explode? It's on a 6.
Does it go boom?
Oh,
No, it doesn't go boom.
That's pretty good.
That's okay, it means we can loot it for stuff. Right, so, tank buster's done. Moving on to something else. Okay, next up, it's going to be these flash kits shooting at those aggressors. Now, we're freebooters, and these tank busters just kill the unit. And these flash kits here, which do benefit from the freebooters clan tactic theme, they're within 2 feet of the tank busters, so they get a +1 to hit now because the competition is riling up. The inter-clan rivalries are beginning to become a thing. Obviously, there's some sort of rivalry between these flash kits and these tank busters, and the flash kits are like, "Oh no, boys, we've got to kill a bunch more now. We don't want to let them filthy tank busters get a better kill count than us." So they get to add 1 to their hit rolls now for the rest of this phase, and so does everyone else within 24 inches of the tank busters shooting in this phase. So this is 15 shots for the snaz guns into the aggressors, hitting on 3s now because freebooters. Right, and Daka again is a thing. Okay, 3 more hits from the Daka, and it's a strength 6, so we're going to be wounding these aggressors on 3s, they're toughness 5. Not so great rolling that time. Okay, it's 6 5-up saves on the aggressors.
Let's go. 1.
2. That's 2 saved, and then 4 failed. I'm just quickly checking the book here. The snaz gun is flat 2 damage.
Aggressors are 3, I think.
I think they're 2 wounds each, mate. Want to double check it?
Yeah.
Well, the flash kits were pretty hyped up there. All the aggressors are indeed gone. They do have 2 wounds each. Now the question is, I forgot this last turn. Sorry about this, YouTube commenter people. But I forgot gun crazy show-offs. After they've shot, roll the dice. Right. If it was a roll of a 6, they would shoot again at the closest enemy unit because they're gun crazy show-offs and they don't know when to stop firing. Luckily for you, Heathage, that they're not that crazy today, apparently. So, okay, that's the flash kits done. Moving along. Okay, some small arms fire has erupted from the orc mobs charging forwards here. A few big shooters and regular shooters pinging up at I almost said dreadnoughts then, and that is not the word at all. Devastators, that's the one. The Devastators up in the ruins, though, their mighty, holy, blessed armour saved them. Not a single one was felled by the foul orcs. So, now, it's Warboss with his combi rocket launcher time. He's going to shoot that up at, I guess the Devastators as well, why not? But he misses, so that's fine. Alright, so moving on now to something slightly more interesting.
Oh, sorry.
No worries, mate. Heathage has been visited by Grandfather Nurgle recently, folks, I'm afraid, so... And I can sympathise because I recently was visited by him also. I got out of hospital earlier this week, so... I'm convinced it's because I stopped painting Death Guard to paint some orcs and he got angry, so... Anyway. Big Mech Shock Attack Gun. I'm actually going to fire at these scouts up here because with that AP-5 on the Shock Attack Gun, it might be a good way to actually get rid of the stubborn little gits because they've got their 2-up save in cover right now. So that's what I'm going to do with it. It's going to be hitting on 4s as well because freebooters. And, yeah. First though, we're going to roll the 2d6 for strength. Oh my. Okay, strength 12.
It's a bit too much.
It's a shame I don't have a vehicle to shoot at. Alright, so strength 12 is going to be d6 shots as I teleport snotlings in and amongst these scouts. Okay, so it's 5 shots. Snotlings for everyone! And these will hit on 4s, yeah. So, okay, 3 hits. 1 Daka. Okay, which doesn't generate an extra hit. Yeah, strength 12, so we've only got 2s. Of course I rolled a 1. Alright, so 2 AP-5, even with your 2-up and cover, I don't think you get a save, do you? So
no.
That is 2 extremely dead scouts as snotlings appear inside their bodies and chew them out from the inside. That's kind of horrific and also a little bit hilarious. Alright, so a couple of scouts gotten rid of. And yeah, I think now with that, we're going to move on to the big one over there. The Morkanaut is going to be opening fire. Alright, the Morkanaut is splitting some of its fire. Its 2 twin big shooters it's got are going to be going into those scouts. Try and wipe them out. Everything else is going to be going into those Hellblasters so I can try and absolutely, completely and utterly squish them, boss. That's the idea anyway. So, big shooters first at the scouts. and these will hit on 5s, I think. No, these are assault weapons. So, yeah, these will hit on 4s because freebooters. So that gives us that many hits. We've got 2 Dackers, which generates an extra hit. Oh no, 2 extra hits. This freebooters thing is weird, but I'm slowly getting used to it. Alright, this is strength 5, so wounding on 3s. Alright, that was very good actually. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 regular 2-up saves to make, so there you go.
Oh, let's do it. 2 die.
2 more scouts are dead. Very good.
There we go.
Alright, now the rest of the stuff. Okay, rocket launchers up next, shooting at the Hellblasters. 2 shots. Again, these are assault weapons, so hitting on 4s. Wow, both completely miss. Very good. Now the custom Mega Blaster. So this is 1 shot. It's an assault weapon, so it does hit. It's strength 8, so wounding on 2s. It does wound. It's AP minus 3 d6 damage. So 6-up save for you, son.
And yeah.
There you go, nice. Alright, so now it's going to be the custom Mega Zapper, which is basically like that, but fires more shots and is a heavy weapon. So it's 3d3 number of shots for a disgusting 9. Alright, 9 shots here from the Mega Zapper. Now, same as the Mega Blaster, it didn't come into effect with the Mega Blaster, but this is basically has the old gets hot rule. On a 1, it does a mortal wound to me, essentially, and I can't not supercharge it because Orks! So, here we go. Hitting on 5s this, because it's a heavy weapon and we did move, but we get a +1 because freebooters. So, that gives us 1 mortal wound to ourselves. And that gives us 1, 2, 3 hits, which are all 6s, and therefore Dakka is a thing. Which gives us 1 more hit. So, gives us 4 in total. Strength 8, so wounding on 2s against the Hellblasters. So 3 wounds, AP minus 3, so 3 6-ups to make.
I make 1.
Make 1, so 2, and then this is going to be d6 a pop. So, for the first one, dead Hellblaster. Second one, dead Hellblaster. Alright, so we killed 2 Hellblasters.
Yep.
Very good. And that, I believe, is all of the Morkanauts guns. It has an awful lot, but yes, that is indeed all of them. And that concludes pretty much all my other guns as well. So, that's the end of the shooting phase. Sorry, the Dakka phase! Stupid, hear me? It's called Dakka, you fool. Alright, so, now it's going to be the charge phase. And I've got some charges to measure up, basically, because some charging will be occurring, believe me. Beginning the charge phase, this mob of boys here, going into these intercessors. Overwatch has already been fired and a boy was killed. Now I need a 7-inch charge, which I don't make. I only got a 6. However, we do have Here We Go, so I can re-roll any of the dice I want. Nearly forgot that. So I re-roll this one. Here we don't go, apparently. Alright, so let's do the other mob. They need a 4-inch charge. So, oh, you've got to be kidding me. Come on.
Did they not make it?
Roll a 2. Right, here we go. Here we go. That's better.
I'm
right.
doing my Overwatch.
Okay. Do the Overwatch again.
Right, so 6s. I've got a 6, a 6, and 5s. So
Yeah.
winning on 4s. There's 1 dead.
1 wound, 1 dead because AP minus 1. So another dead.
Do your thing. The
Another dead
feel
boy
no
from
pain, right?
This one. Oh yeah, pain boy. 6 at feel no pain. Nope. Right, so another dead boy. But I do make it in this time. Well, that's what things look like after that is over and done with. The tank busters have charged in over here as well into these intercessors. They lost one of them on the way in to Overwatch fire. And now we come to the Morkanaut, which needs a 9-inch charge. We've already fired Overwatch with the Hellblasters. It didn't do anything to it, so need a 9. I get a 5. I don't think Morkanauts have Here We Go. Alright, turns out Morkanauts actually do have Here We Go, so here we go! No, we don't. Okay. It was worth a try. Alright, so into the fight phase now, and yeah, I'm going to start with this big blob of boys here for sure. Okay, this big blob of boys is fighting first. We're going to begin with the Knob with his Power Claw. He's got 4 attacks, 3 base plus an extra 1 because the mob contains more than 20 boys right now. So 4 attacks with the Power Claw. It's -1 to hit with it because it's unwieldy, so it will hit on 4s, and we get 1 hit. And this will wound on 2s because it's strength 10. Does wound. AP -3. So a 6-up save on one of these intercessors.
Oh, so close.
No, and it's D3 damage for 3, so that's a dead intercessor. And now we have 50 attacks from the boys that are actually in range to attack, which is monstrous. So I'm going to need a lot of dice for this. Okay, folks. It's 50 attacks. Now, I forgot, in traditional fashion on this channel, I forgot my psychic phase, which means I didn't manage to cast Warpath on this unit of boys, which would have helped me even more. I'm not going to try and pick those up again, dear lord. So I would have had even more attacks than this, and at higher strength if I'd remembered that. But I've got to learn somehow, so... right, so here we go, 50, technically 48 attacks, no, so 47 attacks. Here we go. Okay, let's figure out how many hit. Oh, thank you. I was just going to say many hits or lots of hits, but apparently 34 hits after some brief arithmetic there. So now rolling to wound on 4s. Okay, many 3+ saves to make now for these intercessors.
Oh no.
Okay, so
that's 1 dead.
1 dead.
2 dead.
2 dead. 3 dead.
3 dead. Someone looks like they're alive. One of them's alive on 1 wound.
1 remains on a single wound, standing defiant. Alright. These 4 intercessors have fallen. However, Cassius is nearby, and he is going to inspire them to try and strike back as they fall. So 4 dice to be rolled here, and 6s will do mortal wounds to the orcs.
1 mortal wound.
There you go. So that's an orc boy killed. I'm going to remove him at the back, just to represent them, you know, piling forward as guys die at the front there. So you claimed a boy in return, and now you're spending 2 command points to interrupt combat over here and pile in with these intercessors against the tank busters. And you've got a bunch of attacks for them.
Yep.
And
11.
11 attacks, and you're re-rolling all failed hits because of Chaplain Cassius. So that's pretty sweet.
Right, let's go. Fail, fail.
Okay.
Fail, fail.
Go ahead and re-roll those.
And
not bad. Converted
pretty
another
good.
3. Wounding on 4s, re-rolling the 1s because the lieutenant nearby.
is that cocked or is that?
No, it's fine.
Yeah, there we go. So that. There we go, 5 saves.
Okay, 5 6-ups on the tank busters. Who?
4 of them die.
Yeah, 4 of them are dead. Okay, so we lost 4 tank busters, but now they've piled in and they're going to strike back. It does occur to me that perhaps it was a little bit of a mistake to charge the tank busters in. But having said that, it's the orky thing to do, so who cares? Why play orcs if you're not going to play like an orc, if you ask me? So anyway, we've got a bunch of attacks. Regular guys hitting twice, the knob hitting 3 times. And these will be hitting on 3s, so... and no freebooter stuff as well, because I did not manage to kill that unit of intercessors earlier. I actually left 1 alive, so no freebooter's fun. So those 2s do miss. Now, wounding on 4s. Ah, very good wound roll though. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 3-up saves for you to make.
And let's go freeze. 1 dies.
Okay, 1 intercessor is killed by the tank busters.
And Chaplain Cassius is within 6 inches.
Alright, so on a 6, more
on
wound.
a 6.
Back
That's
to
a
me.
6.
No! Damn it. Alright.
Don't kill my units.
There goes another tank buster. So, Cassius inspiring his men to make the filthy Xenos pay. We're just happy to be in a fight, to be honest with you, though, so we don't care. It's good fun. All right, that concludes my fight phase, and into the morale phase. So the tank busters are the issue here, really. Oh dear, 6 plus. Let's see how many do they have. 6 plus 4, 10. The leadership 7. Oh, I think they've had it. They are running away. Boys, let's get out of here. There's too many of these beakies. We're gonna die. So, yeah. Alright, that brings me to the end. I think these boys lost a couple as well, but, you know, mob rule being what it is, it's irrelevant, because our leadership right now is going to be
fight back with that sergeant, actually.
Oh yeah, you do, of course you do. Right,
just
so
his free attacks.
just quickly do that then.
Hit on freeze. Oh wow, okay.
Right, 1 hit.
Wounded on 4. Oh, got a wound.
Does wound, 6 up.
Boom.
No, 6 up, feel no pain for the pain boy, which I've probably forgotten at least once or twice so far, but no. So, in fact, I forgot it for the guy earlier, so let's roll for him as well. No. Alright, so another boy removed from the back there. Okay, so the tank busters have scalped. I sort of don't blame them, but hey. And that's what it looks like at the end of Ork's turn 2. Alright, not too bad. I still very firmly control the Stomper. And I eliminated some key units, and that was a pretty good turn on the whole.
I should really do morale for him, actually.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I think his is 9 though, because of Ultramarines.
Yes, it will be.
So I don't fail it because I lost 4 people.
Yep, you're good. You'd have, and they shall know no fear.
Even if it
anyway,
was
so.
8, so yeah, even if his leadership was 8, I wouldn't have failed. So.
Right, gorgeous. So, well done. The Ultramarines are still not out of it yet. The only question that remains now is, can they pivot and strike back? These Ork boys, you know, there's a lot of them, but they are extremely fragile, as was proved on the right flank over here. And also there's still the Morkanaut to deal with over there on 15 wounds remaining. So, it's going to be interesting. Ultramarines, turn 2, coming up next. Alright folks, 'tis the beginning of Ultramarines turn 2. It's the movement phase summary. They have formed a new firing line over here to combat the on-rushing horde of boys. This Intercessor Sergeant has retreated out of combat with them, and he can still shoot if he wants to, with a -1, because he's an Ultramarine. Yeah. Meanwhile, however, over here, silly old me, I forgot that Heathage had Inceptors and Terminators and a Terminator Librarian in reserve. I completely forgot. So, yeah, I've got, as Winters would say, I've got lots of Ultramarines in my back passage. So, that's not good, particularly because they'll be able to shoot at me Pain Boy and my Weird Boy. Luckily, I think Zog himself is shielded by the rest of these boys here, but that's not good. Inceptors over here as well. I do believe Heathage really wants to get rid of these flash gits, as has been discussed off camera. They're definitely gits. I'm learning today.
They need to learn their place, basically.
I didn't realise flash gits were going to be that good, honestly, when I picked them. I just grabbed them because I'm quite proud of the paint job I put on them. So, but yes, all right. So priority target for them, and also he wants to get rid of as many boys as he can, because you've got to remember as well that the victory in this mission is controlling the Stomper and getting victory points through that. And acceptable casualties is a rule in this match, so it means that even if all of the Orks are dead, if we have more victory points, we still gonna win, stupid beakies. So it will not be enough to simply kill all of the Orks. He does need to take control of the Stomper. So, right, movement phase completed. Let's go into the psychic phase, because the Librarian is now indeed on the field. So, what do you wish to do?
He's going to use Smite.
Smite? Alright.
And he's also going to use the other one, Might of Heroes.
Might of Heroes, alright.
I think, no, can he do 2? I think he can only do 1 or 2. I need to check that. I meant to check that.
Let's have a look. Right, we can cast 2 powers a turn, so we're beginning with Smite on the Pain Boy, who is the closest visible enemy unit. So, casting on a 5.
And, oh no.
Oh dear. Are you going to command point there?
Yeah, I should really
You need
do
a
that.
3+.
Yeah. And that is a 6, so it's a value of 8.
8, alright. My Weird Boy is going to try and deny you. So I need more than an 8. It's more than an 8. That's a 9. So, I deny you,
Right, Might of
bad
Heroes.
beaky wizard.
Right. Might of Heroes is going to be cast on the Terminator squad then.
Right, Might of Heroes and the Terminators.
Needs a 6, and I've got a 10.
Right, hold on a second. Okay, Might of Heroes, as I suspected, and we did check it, and I was right. Might of Heroes you cast on a model and not on a unit. So we decided to buff the librarian up himself with Might of Heroes instead. So no worries, just got a super buff librarian now.
Just can't read today. I can do maths, but not read.
Dude, you've got a cold. I think the people can give you a break here, man. All right, so
shooting.
No, yes. So now you've got +1 strength, +1 toughness, and +1 attack on the librarian.
Yes.
Right now. Yeah, he's kind of a beast now with that powered up. So, all right. So moving on to shooting then.
Right. Let's start this end. We'll do the Terminator squad, and we'll shoot him at the same time because he's got the same weapon, Stormbolter.
Okay, cool.
Into the closest with him.
You're gonna shoot the pain boy. All right. Okay. No change of plan. The Terminators and the librarian are going to shoot the boys because A, we need to get rid of the boys. And B, if you did shoot and kill the pain boy, it would actually make your charge longer. Because right now you've got a 9-inch charge. It'd probably go up to maybe a 10 if you were to kill the pain boy. So the Ork boys are actually a better target. So that's what we're going to do. So 20 shots from the Stormbolters. 24 actually.
24, yeah. Hitting on
the librarian.
Freeze. Yeah, freeze. Get rid of that wound. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
That was pretty bad.
Okay.
6.
That's 5
oh,
actually. Yeah.
5, yeah, sorry.
Okay.
I didn't see that.
5 t-shirt saves coming right up. Okay, I make 1 now for pain boy saves. So I make another. Okay, so 2 boys fall. That was jammy. Alright, so I'll get rid of you and you. Keeps falling over. Okay, with the Howling Fusillade of Stormbolters out of the way, now the Inceptors are going to be opening fire with their heavy bolter things. I forget what they're called. They're basically heavy bolters, though, on their hands. At these flash kits to try and wipe them out. So it's going to be 18 shots, hitting on... Are these assault or heavy weapons?
They are assault weapons.
Right, they are assault weapons, so hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s, because flash kits are toughness 4, and this is strength 5.
There we go. So -1 AP as well.
-1 AP. Right, these will be 4-up saves then. Because flash kits have a 4-up save, plus they're in cover, but -1 from these.
Oh,
so
sorry.
Thank you. There we go. 4-up saves. I make all but 2. So let me check how many wounds flash kits have. Alright, they got 2 wounds each. So that is a dead flash kit. Alright, this heroic remaining sergeant here, he's managed to kill another Ork boy with his bolt gun. Well, his bolt rifle, technically. Now it's the Devastators up here. The heavy bolt is firing down into these boys, and the Auspex array is being applied to that, so those will be hitting on 2s. But the rest of it, including the plasma cannon, 2 las cannons, that's going to be shooting at the Morkanaut. So, which do you wish to begin with?
We'll do with heavy bolter.
Okay.
So hitting on 2s, all hit.
Excellent.
And strength 5, I think.
Yep, so
yeah,
we're doing
so
on
3s.
3s.
And that's 2 wounds at -1.
2 wounds, 2 dead, except pain boy saves. I make 1. Now the boy's dead. And now shooting at the Morkanaut, yes?
Yes, so we'll do the plasma cannon. So do 3 shots.
Not overcharging this.
No, so 3 shots. Hitting on 3 keys. Should I leave that or reroll it?
You can leave it, it's fine.
Yeah, fine. It's okay, it's a hit. Hitting on 3s, yeah?
Yep.
I'm not 6 inches within Captain anymore.
Yep, 5 plus to wound.
Yes.
Oh dear. Are you within the range of the lieutenant?
Lieutenant.
Let's find out.
I think he moved forward actually, so yeah, he would be.
Okay, good. Right, we better reroll this then.
5s, come on. I've got 1 5.
1 5, right.
-3 AP.
Alright, 6-up save. Nope.
And 1 damage.
1 damage, so 14 wounds remaining on the Morkanaut. Thank you for
Now let's do las cannons.
Alright, this could be really nasty.
So hitting on something.
Oh, I do have a 5+ invulnerable save actually, but whatever, I already rolled it. I didn't get a 5, so it's irrelevant.
Yeah, I think you. Both hit.
Okay, I keep forgetting about the custom force field, so. Right.
Toughness?
Toughness 8.
So I'm winning on 3s.
You are indeed.
Rerolling 1s. Both wound. -4 AP, but you've got 5 up.
That's -3 for a las cannon.
Oh yeah, -3, yeah.
You're thinking
of them.
You're thinking of melter guns, so and yeah, hell blasters. So, yeah, 2 custom force field saves, 5 up. Make 1, fail 1.
So
D6 damage.
D6. I'm gonna re-roll that.
Command point, okay.
Command point. I need to get as much damage. 5
5,
damage.
that's more like it.
So
9 wounds remaining.
Yep.
That's brought him down a bracket, I believe, so well done.
Yes. Right. Hellblasters will shoot into him next then.
Uh-oh, okay. Okay, Hellblasters shooting at the Morkanaut. They are overcharging. The captain is nearby to reroll those ones, so...
So, first one, oh, he's alive.
Okay.
Second one, he's alive. Oh, look at this.
Look at that rolling.
And,
Okay,
hit.
everything hits.
Winning on 4s.
Yes.
4s. There's a 1. There's 3 ones, but
Okay.
4.
3 wounds
get
then.
through. So that one's -4, but you've got your info.
Okay, 3 custom force field saves, 5 up. I make none of them.
So 6 wounds get through.
Another 6. Ow.
Oh, that could have killed if I hit
I've
him
got
that
3 wounds left now.
one.
That's not good.
I mean, it's pretty great.
Right. So,
Right.
boss, it's coming apart. It's not in one piece. They've been
That
shooting
worked.
too much stuff at us. All right.
A
So
lot better than I was expecting. I'm happy
this is
with it.
why I murdered your Hellblasters on the other end of the board at turn 1, because I knew this could happen.
Look,
So
those poor guys, they did nothing to you.
yeah, you
Right,
freakies.
so
Alright.
I've only just found out. He has a mastercrafted bolt gun, apparently. I looked on my list thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna check the book though, because I looked on Battlescribe and I don't trust that at the moment.
Yeah, it's probably wise not to. All right, folks. Well, Captain, I almost said Captain Cassius. No, it's Chaplain Cassius. Chaplain Cassius, the captain, the lieutenant, and the intercessors have all opened fire. 11 boys have been slain, cut down by mass reactive bolter fire rounds. That's potentially a problem for me, but luckily, because of the mob rules, they should hopefully survive their morale phase, and I've got 3 command points left. So green tide might be happening, folks. Anyway, don't want to count my chickens just yet, though. Or count my squigs, even. I mean, what's a chicken, boss? Anyway, so meanwhile, in the charge phase now, we've got the librarian and the terminators over here, and the jumpy dude inceptors here. They are going to be charging the flash kits. They are going to be charging the pain boy. So, what would you like to start with?
We'll do flash kits.
Flash kits, alright, I better get my Overwatch ready then. Alright, 12 shots incoming from the snaz guns on Overwatch. These will hit on 6s, and Daka does apply in Overwatch too, so... Alright, we got 2 6s, so 2 Dakas. No, okay, so 2 hits, strength 6, so wounded on 3s. 1 wound, AP -2, so 5 up save.
Yep. And I make it.
You've made it, excellent. Alright, so now roll your charge, sir. You need a 9.
And
Get an 8. Oh well.
rip.
Okay, so over to the librarian and terminators then, who are going to be charging the pain boy. I don't even know what gun the pain boy has. I better check. Okay, no, he doesn't. The pain boy doesn't have any guns. He's got his power claw and he's got his earthy syringe. So yeah, I mean, for lack of an option to throw the syringe at the terminators, no, there's no Overwatch. So just your 9. You doing these guys first or the librarian? Well, yeah, I guess you're doing these guys first, aren't you? No. Are you going to try and charge the librarian around them, or is he just going to stay put?
He's gonna stay put.
Okay.
Yeah, they're gonna stay put there.
Jolly good. Alright, so that concludes the charge phase, I think, unless you've got anything else you want to charge with. Over here.
I mean, they could charge. The risk of it isn't worth it, I think.
It's up to you. Okay, so these intercessors are going to charge these orc boys here. So I'm overwatching them with my sluggers. So 7 shots. 2 hits. Daka. No, alright. 2 hits. Wounded on 4s. No wounds though. Lucky. Alright, so.
So what do we agree? 7-inch.
7-inch charge, yeah.
I need this. And it's 11 inches.
Excellent, you get it. So, for the Emperor, strike down the filthy Xenos. Okay, the intercessors have piled into the Orks. The lieutenant did try to make it in as well, but he rolled snake eyes on the charge, so he's not quite fast enough. He's ordering his men forth and watching carefully to see what happens next, I suppose. So here come the attacks. Everyone is in range to attack, and also you're in range of Cassius and the lieutenant to get your rerolls to hit and your reroll ones to wound as well. So
let's have fun with this. Hit on freeze, reroll everything.
Yep. Good old
That's
chaplain.
pretty good anyway. All hit.
Excellent.
Wounding on 4s, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Because the toughness for strength 4. Rerolling 1s on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get those two. So get rid of that. That was. Oh, look at those hits. There we go. So you need to make 8.
8 t-shirt saves.
Yes.
Coming right up. Let's hope these t-shirts are worth the teeth we paid for them.
Ooh,
apparently not. No.
They're all
So
dead.
that's 8 Orks dead. Well, that leaves all but 2 of the Orks still alive, the Knob and one of the boys. So after some working things out, even if I'd killed the ones up here and left 2 alive down here, even with mob rule, borrowing this unit's leadership, and they've got currently 18 models, I lost 19 in that turn, which means that even if I rolled a 1 on morale, I'd still lose both the Orks, and therefore I wouldn't be able to use Green Tide to bring them all back again. So I've decided that instead of keeping 2 alive back here, I'm going to leave the Knob and this Ork boy alive, so I can hopefully crump some beakies before we run away. So that's the plan. So I've got an Ork Knob with now 3 attacks. These will hit on 4s with his power claw. One hit, and this will wound on 2s. So it does wound, AP -3.
So I need a 6, yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I get a 5.
Right, D3 damage.
Oh.
2, that's a dead intercessor. Crumped him good. Smacked. And then the Ork boy, who has got 3 attacks because he's got 2 plus 1 for a chopper. He hits twice. Wounds on a 4. Wounds once.
Just a normal save.
Yep.
Saved it.
Saved it. All right. Well, I crumped a beaky intercessor, but now in the morale phase, was running away. All right. So that was brutal. One big blob of boys completely removed, and therefore I wasn't able to use Green Tide to bring them back. I'm still keeping the 3 command points in the palm of my hand at the moment because I may still be able to use it on this mob.
I'm surprisingly only down to 1 now.
I'm beginning to feel like Green Tide is a trap for Ork players, like to stop you from using your last 3 command points, because there's so many things I could have spent it on that I haven't, because the entire time I've been like, oh, but I want to save it for Green Tide, and I think that might be a trap sometimes, which I've well and truly sprung on myself now, so never mind. But anyway, there we go. Now we're not quite done with the. Actually, we are. These guys didn't make that charge. What the hell am I talking about?
I mean, you can have them charge in.
No. We do the charging, Beaky. All right, so that's the end of Ultramarines turn 2. We need to do a quick measure to see who's in control of the Stomper. All right, we've measured up. The Orks retain control of the Stomper for now. The Ultramarines have about 12 models within range of it. The Orks have significantly more. So that's another victory point to us. 2-0 to the Orks. We's winning, boys. However, the control zone will continue contracting, and as we go into turn 3, it'll go down to 12 inches now. So we're going to have to keep close to the thing to retain control of it, and we're also going to have to not die to retain control of it, and that's hard when you're an Ork with a 6-up t-shirt save. So, yeah. Interesting stuff. Let's go into Orks turn 3 and see what I can do about all of these beakies has got me surrounded. This is not good. Alright boys, it's Orks turn 3. The end of the movement phase, and this is what's happened. This mob of boys is headed up this way. They're going to try and charge those intercessors and try and plink off this intercessor sergeant with their big shooters and sluggers and all the rest of it. By doing that, hopefully you can get a kill and activate the freebooters thing. Meanwhile, over here, the Morkanaut has lurched forwards on its 3 wounds remaining. It's moving very slowly indeed, but it's lurched towards those Hellblasters and that scout. I'd like to try and charge them with it, hopefully. And meanwhile, the knobs that were inside have jumped out and are charging into those intercessors there, or they will be very shortly anyway, with their kill saws and big choppers. So, if I'm lucky, I'd like to be able to kill Cassius or maybe the captain, but we shall see. Over here, my team of characters have moved in on the Terminators. Zog, the weird boy, the pain boy. Hopefully I don't know the maths of this, frankly. I have no idea if this is suicide or if this is a brilliant idea, but I'm going to try it. The big mech with the shock attack gun has stayed still. I'm probably going to get him to shoot the Terminators. That's the idea anyway. And the flash kits have remained still as well, although I turned them around because they're going to be shooting at the jumpy dudes. So, right. Okay. Psychic phase. Let's try and remember it this time. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to smite these Terminators. Yes, I am. So, I don't get a plus to this because there's not 10 models within 10 inches of me. I don't think, anyway. Actually, let's check that. Alright, no bonus to this. From Power of the Wire or whatever it's called, I forget. So, right, smiting on 5. Yeah, stupid weird boy. What's I paying you for if you can't even do a simple smite? Alright, right, we'll do Warpath then now on casting it on Zog. So 5, 6, 7.
Try and deny it.
Try and deny. I think that goes off on a 7. So
I can deny. I can +1 to my deny.
Yeah.
And I deny.
I deny you in the name of the Emperor.
That is a shame for you.
Stupid weird boy, useless git. All right, so yeah, when we're done with these beakies, I'm gonna crump you next. All right, so that was a dramatic failure. On to the shooting phase. All right, so chuckling maniacally, this big mech has decided he's going to fill that remaining scout with snotlings with his shock attack gun. So here we go. 2d6 for the strength. Yeah, that's 9. So d6 shots for 2. Oh no, this is going to hit on 5+.
That's a shame. Oh wait.
Daka 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 daka.
No.
Yes, yes. 3 hits. Okay.
Wounded on 2s, right?
Wounded on 2s. Yes.
What is that?
All 3 wounded. AP -5. You's dead. You's a dead beaky.
I mean, rude.
Sorry. I'll go back to human mode now. All right. So freebooter bonus now activated. Everyone within 24 inches of the big mech is going to now be like, "Oh, he's killed a unit. Oh, God, we got a up our game, boys." These for the shooting phase, anyway. So, right. Okay. So, I need to think about what to shoot next. I've already fired all the big shooters and sluggers in this squad at this intercessor sergeant who refused to die, rather annoyingly, but hey. So never mind that. Yes. I think flash kits? I'm thinking flash kits. Yeah, I reckon flash kits. Okay, flash kits. Unloading their snaz guns into these Inceptor jumpy dudes here. Jumpy boys. So, this is going to be 12 shots. Hitting on 3s, because these guys have a ballistic skill of 4+. They did not move, and they're within 2 feet of the big mech. Freebooters, love them. So hitting on 3s. Daka 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 will be there. Look at all the 1s and 2s. That is actually disgusting. Alright, so 2 daka dakas though, which I get 1 extra hit with. What the heck happened there, man? Alright, so moving on. Wounding on 3s. Strength 6, everything wounds, AP -2.
So 5s, yeah?
4 saves, yeah, so you got 5 up saves.
5s. The Emperor protects.
Fail everything. You failed 2. 2 damage a pop, so that's 2 dead Inceptors.
Yeah, they have 2 wounds each. There
So
we go.
that's not quite what I was hoping for, but yeah, whatever.
What happened?
Oh dear. Alright, so, you know what? The boss is going to fire his rocket launcher at that remaining Inceptor, I think.
Shooting.
Okay, it's gonna hit on a 4 because freebooter. It hits. Strength 8, so it's gonna wound on a 2. It wounds. AP -3. 6 up
yeah.
save.
6.
Does the Emperor
2.
protect? No.
The Emperor does not protect.
It's flat 3 damage. He is dead.
Oh. Okay.
It's the point where Zog is just like, if you want something doing properly, you do it yourself.
I mean, they killed one git.
It was a very well placed rocket for an orc, though. Let's be honest.
Yes.
All right. Anyway, so.
He's got to hit at some point.
All right. Well, he's going to fight a bunch of Terminators in a minute, so we'll see how he gets on. But I am enjoying this. Orcs are so much fun. All right. What should we do next? Let's have a look. Okay, Morkanaut next, firing absolutely everything at that squad of intercessors there. I want to make a nice big bit of room for my knobs to go and crump Cassius, and the captain, and maybe even the lieutenant. I want to murderize their command structure, by which I mean I want to kill their bosses. I want to kill the beaky bosses. Yes. So the Morkanaut is probably not going to be here next turn. Let's face it. Even if he manages to charge up there and kill those Hellblasters, the Devastators will finish him off. So I would like to absolutely murder one unit with him, if I can, and yeah, and then maybe hopefully charge the Hellblasters, but that's not guaranteed in any way, shape or form. So I believe he's well within 2 feet of the big mech, so he is getting a +1 to this, which does help a little bit. So this is actually going to be hitting on, I'm starting with the twin big shooters. These will actually be hitting on 4s instead of 5s. The ballistic skill of a Morkanaut does not degrade, only its weapon skill. So, hitting on 4s. This might be overkill, actually, now that I think about it with the whole freebooter thing, but having said that, I've now just rolled a whole pile of 3s and 2s. Right, so that's 4 hits. Oh, and a 6, a Daka. Yeah, that's another hit. These will wound on 3, strength 5. Okay, 4 saves, no AP.
Do I get cover? Because I'm on top?
No, I'm shooting the ones at the bottom. So.
Oh, the intercessors?
Yes.
I thought you were shooting at the Hellblasters.
No. Shoot
So
the intercessors.
Freeze, yeah. Freeze, and I'll take one.
Take a wound. Okay. So now rocket launchers. Oh dear. All right, they missed completely. Then it's going to be the, let's see, custom Mega Blaster hitting on a 4 because this is an assault weapon. So yeah, that hits. This is strength 8, so winning on a 2, which does wound. It's AP -3, so you got a 6-up save.
6, 3.
And it's D6 damage, but it'll just kill the guy who was
Yeah.
already wounded, so he's dead. And now it is the custom Mega Zapper, which is 3d3 shots for 3, 4, 5, 6 shots in total. Very good. Hitting on 5s would be 6s because it's a heavy weapon and move, but +1 because freebooters is in effect. Okay, so 2, Daka. No. 2 hits. Oh, did I get any 1s there? I did get a 1.
You got a 1, yeah.
So I'm now on 2 wounds left because I'm slowly killing myself here with these guns. And drop the dice like a champ. Alright, so this is a wound on 2s. 2 wounds, AP -3.
6 is. Get a 6.
You get a 6, D6 damage.
That
So
kills
another
one
intercessor
everyone.
dead. Okay, first charge of this turn is going to be these boys into that sergeant and those intercessors there. They opened fire with Overwatch and got actually quite a nasty number of hits. Lost 2 boys. It's a 5-inch charge. Yep, we get it with a 6. Yeah, I was going to say, here we go to get a better number. But no,
God,
that would be
risk it.
really stupid.
Risk
So,
it.
okay, so they're in. Alright, that's what things look like after the charge. Now moving over to the Morkanaut, which is going to charge the Hellblasters. He needs about a 5-inch charge to get that slope to them. However, the Hellblasters
gonna
are firing
overcharge.
Overwatch. You're overwatching with
Overcharge.
overcharged as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could easily, if you get some hits here, you could easily just
Because I
straight
can
up
still
kill it.
reroll on my
So-
ones.
Yep.
So we'll do the first one. Oh no! Come on. At least don't land on the
Alright,
one.
he didn't die, but he didn't get any hits either. Okay, no hits for him.
Let's hope for the best.
No,
hits.
Whew, that's a sigh of relief from the Morkanaut pilot now. Mopping his brow like, oh, thank you, Gork. Oh, thought I was a goner then. Alright, so do I make the 5-inch charge at least? Now, he does have Here We Go, the Morkanaut, so I can re-roll this, and I'm going to, because, oh my goodness. Yes, with a 6, he is in and up the slope. So This might be wobbly modelled a little bit, but if you can prop him up.
See if that works.
Good. We'll figure it out. Okay, so the Morkanaut's more or less balanced-ish there. Now it's the knobs. They're charging the Intercessors, the two that are remaining, and Cassius. I'm particularly keen on getting into combat with Cassius because he's within 12 inches of the null field of the Stomper at the moment, which means he doesn't get his 4+ Rosarius invulnerable save, which means I could crump him real good with a kill saw if I'm lucky. So, yeah, that's the plan. You're going to fire Overwatch for the Intercessors, and also Cassius himself has a combi flame, which you're going to use too.
So, do Intercessors, they're bolt rifles, 6s.
Nope.
But there's ones.
Oh yeah, reroll the ones. Go for that.
There's a 1/6.
One hit.
What's their toughness?
Toughness. Good question. Yeah, toughness 5.
It wounds.
So you do wound. Okay.
Minus 1 AP.
So 5 up save. I think yes, we have 4 up saves on the knobs. So bossed it. Gonna have to try harder than that, Beaky.
Right, we'll do the combi one. I'll do the bolt gun part of it. So mastercrafted, hit on 6s, rerolling both ones. Nice, I like it. Oh,
Okay.
I don't like that one. And then flamer.
And a flamer.
So
So
assault D6.
yeah, D6 auto hits for 1.
Last command point. I'm not having that. That's my command point's gone, and I think it's worth it. I just
Chuck in dice
dice
everywhere. Yeah.
2. This happened earlier, but okay.
I love it. It's always the way.
Right, so
All right.
strength 4, wounded on 5s. Reroll that one.
Beaky boy's quaking in his boots. He can't kill any of us.
Why'd you bother?
All
Why
right.
did you turn up, Cassius?
So now need to make the charge, which I do with a 10. We's gonna crump you good, Cassius. Okay, charges are not done still. We've got these 3 here going into these Terminators. Might be very ambitious of me trying to do this, but hey. We're sending the weird boy in first. Zog has decided, oh, you weird boy, you's going first. You zogged up your psychic powers, so in you go. So he's going to eat all the Overwatch for me, hopefully. So we're multi-charging the Librarian and the Terminator, because I figured if the Librarian heroically intervenes, then at least I'll be able to smack him, so... Yeah.
So let's hit on 6s. I have 1 there. 2.
2
3.
hits, 3 hits, okay.
I have 3, right.
Weird boy is toughness 4.
So 4s.
Yeah.
Let's go 4s.
Alright,
they
all
all
3 wound. And he has a... Let's see if he's got him on save of some sort. Okay, 3 t-shirt saves. Don't make any of them.
How many wounds does he have?
He has 4 in total, so he is going to survive that. But only by a whisker. I'm just wondering if he's close enough to the Pain Boy for Pain Boy saves. Okay, he makes it in with 1 wound remaining. Hopefully, maybe the Pain Boy can heal him up, actually. Speaking of which, let's do the other charge now. The Pain Boy. Yep, 9. He's well in. So hopefully he can stick some syringes in the weird boy to keep him alive. And now, Big Zog. Oh, Zog, my dude. 5 inches. I don't think that's enough, mate. Here we go. We'll re-roll the 2. That's better. That's better. That's the war boss I know and love. All right. Bosh. In he goes. Okay. That finally is all of my charges done. So, onto the fight phase. You can't interrupt, can you? That's all your command points gone. All right. So I can take this at my leisure. Basically. However, I think I'm going to start with the characters over here. Alright, no, I've changed my mind. We're going to fight over here instead. We're going to do this. I've managed to power myself in out of coherency. I'm pretty sure I can do that. You just can't move out of coherency in the movement phase. I think when you're piling in, it's okay. Getting into weird movement, charging, piling in, move territory that I'm not very familiar with on account of the fact that I don't play a lot of close combat armies. So feel free to let me know if I've balled that up completely in the comment section. But I think I'm okay. But basically, the boys have piled into these intercessors and this sergeant here, with 1 left over standing around behind. The reason is basically I want to kill that sergeant, because if I kill that sergeant, we start popping off the freebooter bonus. And this guy's hanging back at the moment because he is in range of these guys over here. If we pop it off and manage to kill somebody, so It's actually quite important, this. So I'll do this combat in 2 halves. I'll start with the half that needs to kill the sergeant, although this will all be happening simultaneously. So if I do kill the sergeant, it won't count as... these guys won't get their bonus, but everyone else will. So, right, 10 of dice. Okay, first up, it's 16 attacks on this sergeant from these boys over here. Hitting on 3s. Okay, more 1s in there than I would have liked, but I will take it. Now, wounding on 4s. That's not great. That's actually pretty rubbish. That's very rubbish, in fact. Alright, so 3 saves.
3 up.
Yeah.
Let's go. Oh no.
Fail 1.
He was on 1 wound left.
Was he? Okay,
Yeah, he
right.
was.
So he falls. The glorious sergeant meets his end in the corner there in the ruined chapel, and that's guaranteed me freebooter bonuses for everyone else on the table. Now let's move on to the other half of the unit, bashing those intercessors. Okay, so it's going to be 23 attacks from the boys with their choppers, and 3 attacks from the knob with his power claw. I'm going to start with that. So this will hit on 3s, would hit on 4s because -1, but +1. Actually, no, that doesn't take effect yet. I literally just explained that to myself and then immediately forgot. No, hits on 4s. We get 2 hits. Lucky I'm not goths. That would have been an extra hit roll. And these wound on 2s. 2 wounds, AP -3.
So 2 6s, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
No 6s.
So D3 killed an intercessor. D3 wounds another intercessor. So that's the claw and the knob. Now it's the boys with their choppers. And I'm clearly going to have issues trying to pick all this. Yeah! Okay, 23 chopper attacks. Let's go. Hitting on 2s now, actually, because of freebooters. So, removing.
Oh no, it doesn't affect it because you're still...
Oh yeah, no it doesn't, you're quite right. Yep, sorry, keep reminding me, because when you've got the camera on like this, it's funny how very basic information just goes straight out of your brain box. It's kind of uncanny, frankly, but yeah, there we go. Come here, there we go. Right, now winning on 4s. Hopefully we can do better than last time. Oh yes we can. 10 free saves.
Oh no.
Okay, so 1 intercessor dead. Then another dead, and then 1 on 1 wound.
So sergeant's still alive.
Damn it! It's always the sergeant left alive with these intercessor squads, isn't it? It's always him clinging on. Okay, so... But that's what Space Marines do, innit? So, fair enough, I say. Right. So, let's do the Morkanaut next, I think. Okay, it's the Morkanaut next, with his Claw of Gork, or possibly Mork, although in this case it's a Reaper Chainsword of Gork, or possibly Mork. He gets 2 attacks at his profile, but with the Smash version of the Claw attack, you get 3 hit rolls per attack. So he gets 6 in total, which ain't bad against 3 intercessors. He would hit on 5s at his damage bracket, but because freebooters, he's actually hitting on 4s. Not bad. I'm really liking freebooters, I've got to say. So, yeah, here we go. Hitting on 4s. Oh dear, wasn't very good. Oh, well, never mind. 2 hits, and then this is strength user, so strength 8, so wounded on 2s. 2 wounds, AP -2, so 5 up saves.
5s, no 5s.
No, and that is a flat 2 damage, so 2 dead Hellblasters. Squidge. And once again, the sergeant is left standing. Okay, sensing a theme here. Now, I'm going to move over to the character fight over here. Zog, his weird boy, and his pain boy versus the Terminators. Okay, so we're going to begin with the pain boy, little fella there. He doesn't look very threatening, does he, for his size? But actually, he's got a power claw that makes 4 attacks that are now going to be hitting on 3s because of freebooters. So, yeah, here we go. And he's got a Zerty syringe as well. We'll do that first, actually. He's going to stab you with a Zerty syringe. This will hit on a 2. It's freebooters, it hits. This always wounds on a 4+. It doesn't wound, right. So, unsurprisingly, you weren't able to inject a Terminator with a syringe. But it was worth a try. So anyway, now the 4 power claw attacks we're actually interested in. So hit on 3s. Okay, 2 hits. This is strength 10, so it's a wound on 2s. 2 wounds, AP -3, so 5 up Crux Terminator save, yep.
5. Oh.
No. Alright, so D3, 1, and then 1 Terminator dead.
Kills a Terminator.
Okay, so good start. Next up, the Weird Boy. Okay, Weird Boy next with his pointy hat and his staff. He attacks with the Weird Boy staff. 3 times, hitting on 2s because freebooters. There you go, that was worth it. And this is strength 7, so wound on 3s. Wins all 3 times, AP -1.
So freeze.
3 up saves, yeah.
Really?
Fail 2.
Wow, okay.
So this is D3 each. So first one kills a Terminator. Second one kills another Terminator. Holy crap. Ork Gandalf is not to be messed with, apparently. Holy crap. Alright, so that just leaves us with Zog himself. Alright, folks, here we go. Zog, he would normally get 4 attacks. But today he gets 5 because his brain is thinking today, because we rolled randomly for his Warlord trait earlier, you may recall. Today, it's might is right. So he's got an extra point of strength and an extra attack. So he's going to hit you 5 times. Beaky. Alright, so he would hit on a 3 normally because it's unwieldy, it's a power claw, but he's going to hit on 2s because the freebooter bonus cancels that out. So, yeah, 5 attacks hitting on 2s. They all hit. Now, this is actually strength 12 because his strength has now gone up to 6 because of might is right. So, but yeah, wounded on 2s basically. Rolled a 1 there. So 1, 2, 3, 4 at -3. So 4, 5 up Crux Terminator saves.
I save 1.
You make 1. Okay, so that is again D3, dead Terminator. Dead Terminator. That is the Terminator's all dead. Zog does not muck about, neither does his Weird Boy. So, yeah, okay. No, I wasn't sure if I'd get out of that, but actually it turns out Ork characters hit like a truck. Holy crap. Alright, so now the Librarian stands alone against them. You did heroically intervene with him, didn't you? Yeah. Well, I mean, technically I charged you and got into contact with you anyway, so you can fight the Weird Boy or what have you. Let's see, you could pile him in. You're not in base contact with me, so you could pile him into. So you were. No, it's weird, isn't it? I'm bad at the charge and pile then and fight phase, mate. To be honest, but what do you want to do?
I'm just gonna get him in base contact with him.
Okay, yeah, he's on 1 wound left. You could easily finish him off. So, all right. That's all. Oh, I've not actually fought with everything yet. It's a bit out of sequence this now, but yeah, sure, you've piled in like that, but I almost forgot about the knobs and Cassius. Cassius and his knobs. This is going to dark places, this is. Alright, anyway, let me get the dice ready. Okay, so this is what things look like now. I backtracked a bit and allowed Heathage to heroically intervene with his lieutenant and his captain, which I think would be a wise move in this situation. So I think possibly the knobs will probably not survive the turn, but hopefully they can kill Cassius first. That's my plan. Suicide knob attack, basically. That. I'm just going to pretend I didn't say that now. Right, let's just do the attacks. Okay, so these knobs here, the Killsaw guys, they've got 2 Killsaws each. That's how I've chosen to interpret them being 2-handed, double-edged Killsaws, basically. And I count those as 2 Killsaws each. I paid the points for it, so they get 4 attacks each, those 3. Plus the 2 guys with the big choppers, they get 3 each. So we'll start with the Killsaws at Cassius. One of the big choppers is going into Cassius as well. The final big chopper will be going into the Intercessors. So let's do this. These would be hitting on 4s because unwieldy, but 3s now because freebooters. So let's do this. And classically, I rolled a whole bunch of 2s. Marvellous. Alright, and these will be wounding on... this is strength times 2, so this is strength 10, wounding on... Yeah, wounded on 2s. Okay, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at AP minus... heck of a lot. AP minus 4 on a kill saw. Flat 2 damage, like chain fists basically. So Unfortunately, normally Cassius would have his Rosarius 4+ invulnerable save, but because he is within 12 inches of the null field on the Stomper, no save. He
No
dead.
save.
So, bye Cassius. Right, next up, I declared one of the big chopper attacks on Cassius, so I think those are wasted now, just like it would have been shooting. So that relieves the final big chopper into the intercessors, hitting on 2s. He hits all 3 times. Wounding on 3s. He didn't wound a single time. Oh, there you go. That's where all the bad luck went. Alright, so Cassius is now dead. That concludes all of my side of the combat. It is now your turn to retaliate. Where do you wish to start?
I'm going to start with the Intercessor Sergeant. Here.
Very good.
So he's just going to hit on 3s. I don't know if he's within range of that captain 6 inches. I think that's a bit too much.
Oh, go ahead and measure it up. Go on.
Oh, where's the...
Okay, the Ultramarines have valiantly begun to fight back. This Intercessor Sergeant here killed 3 Ork boys. Well done him. These Intercessors over here failed to kill any of the knobs. They just couldn't wound them. And over here, this Hellblaster Sergeant, taking on the Morkanaut by himself, has managed to score a wound. So I now have a save, 3+, which I do make.
Oh.
Slightly disappointing that it was a very slim chance, but there was a slim chance that the Hellblaster Sergeant could have killed the Morkanaut all by himself. It only has 2 wounds left, so. But anyway, it didn't happen, not this time. Moving all the way over here now, the Librarian's going to fight back, and he's going to try and kill my weird boy wizard guy. So you've got 4 attacks because you've got Might of Heroes on you,
So hit on
and an extra point of strength. So
hit on 3s. Oh, there we go.
So
The
3
extra
hits.
attack. Wounded on 3s because strength higher.
Yep.
-2 AP.
Yikes, that's pretty good. Okay, so basically I get no save, and the weird boy is dead.
Oh.
Well, I've got Pain Boy saves I can try and make, so I think that's D3 each, isn't it? With a
D3 damage each. Should I roll the D3s?
Well, yeah, if you, in case you roll like 3 1s, perhaps. Okay.
3.
Yeah, no, that's
6.
yeah. No, forget it. Right, he's dead. I can't roll that many 6s. Nobody can. All right. So he's gone. The wizard is no more, which is kind of annoying because I would have liked to use the jump on Zog to get him over to the other side of the battlefield.
That's a shame.
Now, unfortunately, he's probably going to be stuck here for the rest of the game with his
Right.
4 inches of movement. So, oh well. Right. Who next? Captain, Lieutenant.
We'll do Lieutenant quickly.
Okay.
He's gonna hit on 2s,
Okay.
rerolling 1s. They all hit.
Very nice.
Strength 4, toughness something higher.
Toughness 5, yeah, so 5 ups.
-3 AP.
3 wounds, -3. I do not believe I get a save. So that is... How much damage did you do there? You got 3 wounds, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, so that will kill 1 knob, and that will wound another. So, get rid of the disposable big choppers.
Right.
Now the captain.
Captain's gonna Bolt Storm Gauntlet your face.
Right, power fist me basically.
Power fist. Right, so freeze because I'm worldly, but rerolling 1 still. All hit.
Very nice.
Strength 8, so higher. Freeze.
3+, yep.
Rerolling 1s.
Very good.
-3.
-3 again. That is, yeah, again, no save. So, roll your
So,
D3s. So.
That's that first one. So that's him dead.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
him
so
gone.
I don't need to roll that one.
Now roll the others. They're
Right.
probably all dead.
3, so that's another
Right,
one.
yeah. Bye. Another one.
Another one.
Dead. And the final one.
Dead.
Dead. Alright, so all the knobs have been taken out of commission, but we crumped that Cassius jet, so I'm okay with that. That's pretty good. Alright, so we have... That's all of our combat's done, isn't it?
Yeah.
Morale! Morale! I don't believe you have any morale to do because Ultramarines Leadership 9
yeah,
and so on and so
even
forth.
if they lost units, but they've it's not enough to fail.
Yeah, my boys lost 2 this turn, but because of mob rule, they're going to be just fine. And that's it. So, end of Orcs turn 3. Yes, we're on turn 3. Yes. 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 Okay, folks, it's Ultramarines Turn 3. This is what has happened. The captain and the lieutenant are moving down here to charge these orcs. They need to be destroyed. The Hellblaster is going to be taking some shots at that Morkanaut. He's piled out of combat with him, and you know, Ultramarines, they can fall back and shoot with a -1. So, meanwhile, over here, the Librarian has remained in combat with the Pain Boy. He's going to hit him with his big magic stick. Basically, that's what I've been told. So yeah, that's basically it. The Ultramarines' goal is going to be to kill these boys. Basically, kill the boys. To stop me from using Green Tide to bring them back. I've still got 3 command points left. So, and also, yeah, if they kill the boys, then they can take control of the Stomper, basically. And objective secured is the thing. So the intercessors there will cause me issues if I can't destroy them. Yeah. It's interesting. It's actually quite interesting, quite tactical, which is fun. So you're going to start with the Hellblaster against the Morkanaut, are you not?
Yes, let's overcharge this.
You're overcharging, right? You do have a -1 to hit, remember? So you will be toasting yourself on 1 or a 2.
He'll be fine.
Okay.
Watch this. 3, 2, 1.
He protects, does he?
Fine.
Fine. Okay, right. So 2 hits. Wounding on 4s.
4s, re-rolling. No, he's not close enough yet. Why'd you do this to me? Just because I gloated.
Yep, I'm afraid so. Right. They failed to wound the Morkanaut, which is still somehow shambling on with 2 wounds remaining. What are you going to do now? You've got a whole Devastator squad, but I think you were hoping to put those into the boys, weren't you?
Right, I'm going to see what happens with that mob first, because if not, if they manage to kill them, or these 5 manage to kill them, I can just put everything into that.
Okay.
Yeah, that will work.
Alright,
maybe.
So what you do next then? Intercessors?
Intercessors, so I'll do all 3 together. These 3. Because they all get the same buffs anyway. Even though
is that 2 separate units? Oh, I see.
Yeah, that is.
Right.
There's 2 sergeants.
Gotcha. Alright.
Right, so we'll hit on 3 to reroll those 1s. There's no... Oh, there is 1-1.
There's another one there, yeah.
No, that's...
Oh,
that's
no,
not,
sorry, yeah.
yeah, there's only 6 shots, and that's a hit.
Okay, wounded on 4s with those bolt rifles.
Wow. 3 wounds.
3 wounds. No saves either, because t-shirts. So, 1, 2, 3... Okay.
Let's do pistols. Right, so we'll do captain first. Actually, we'll do lieutenant first because it's just 1 dice. Hits. And wounds.
Wounds. T-shirt. No. Another wrong boy bites it.
So, captain. Reroll that 1.
Yep.
Oh,
oh no. Alright, 2 hits.
2 hits, 4s. Reroll that 1. Oh, there we go. Just 1 wound.
1 wound, 6 up t-shirt save. Hey, he makes it this time. It just pinged off one of me shoulder guards or something.
I mean, sure.
Right.
That ruins all my plans. I think though that grav pistol can finally shoot. Yeah, he'll be able to shoot. So cool. So, Devastators.
Yes.
Las cannons both into that.
Mm-hmm.
Heavy bolter, plasma cannon, and grav pistol.
Right. Okay, grav pistol first.
In on 3.
Was that 6? Okay,
Yeah.
hit.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to mention. A las cannon will get a plus.
From the Auspex array.
No, actually, I'll give it to the heavy bolter.
Okay.
Yeah. Strength 5 for grav pistols, so...
Yeah, wounds on a 3, but that ain't good enough, I'm afraid. He might be in range, let's check. Okay, that is a wound with a reroll. The lieutenant is just in range. I think you're looking at the AP now, aren't you?
Yeah, -3.
Alright, so that's just a dead orc, basically. Bite. So, next.
We'll do plasma cannon.
Mm-hmm.
D3 shots into them. 2 shots. Hitting on something, 3s. Both hit.
2 hits, excellent.
Strength 7.
Wounded on 3s.
Reroll that 1. Okay.
No dear.
Just another 1 dead.
Another one. Bleh. Oh, stand up, you useless excuse for a boy. Right. And now heavy bolter.
Yep, 3 shots. Hit on 2s.
Yep.
Yep, they will hit.
Wounded on 3s.
Yep.
3 wounds.
Yep, -1.
3 dead boys. 2. 3.
Awesome. Right.
Las Cannon's now at the Morkanaut, yes?
Yes. So 2 shots hitting on 3s. Come on, I need to kill this thing. Right.
Alright, 1 hit.
Strength 9, toughness lower, isn't it?
Yep, 3 plus 2 hit.
It wounds.
Ah! So, I get a 6-up save. Or I'm probably toast.
Oh,
No, it's a 4. D6 damage.
come on.
Anything but a 1.
Yes!
You've done it. Alright, does it explode?
No.
Please explode. That'd be really good. No, it doesn't. Okay, so the Morkanaut is gone.
Killed it.
That's all the shooting done into the charge phase now. The Lieutenant is valiantly charging into these boys. We've already fired Overwatch. Did wound him. He made his saves though, so now you just need to make that little charge.
And we are... That's 5 inches.
Yeah,
I'm in.
You're in.
Yeah, he's in.
Good stuff. So now the Captain.
Captain, he's gonna get in. Yeah, he's in.
Yep, with a 7. What
Let's-
else?
Oh, let's try that intercessor there.
Yep.
Try and get him in. 5.
5. Ooh, that
That's-
probably won't do it. Well, let's measure it up. Okay, the Intercessor Sergeant was able to make the charge in, and also these other 2 Intercessors, they rolled a massive 12 on their charge as well, so they've managed to wrap all the way around there. So everybody's in the fight. Crumping time, basically. Would you like to begin?
Yes. Let's just go with intercessors at the moment. Get
Okay.
them over and done with. I'll do both squads at the same time
Right.
because they get the same bonuses.
Well, yeah, I'm at this point going to interrupt you with 2 command points, so you need to pick who you're going to fight with first. Really here.
Oh right, yeah, I get what you mean.
Because there's no way they're going to survive this. So I'm not going to. I'm
Captain's
not
going
banking
to
on.
attack first then.
I'm not banking on Green Tide anymore. So
Captain and Gravis is attacking first then with Boltstorm Gauntlet.
okay.
Because that helped me with wounding, to be honest.
Yep.
So hitting on 3s. Oh, that was bad.
All right, 3 hits.
Wounding on 2s though.
Yep.
Wounds. So 3 of them die.
3 dead boys. 1, 2, 3, and that crucially leaves the Knob with the Power Claw alive. So I am going to spend 2 of my 3 remaining command points, and the Power Claw Knob, he is going to. I'm going to try and kill those intercessors. Yes, I am. Because objectives secured and stuff, they're a problem. They need to be gotten rid of. So yeah, he's going to smack the intercessors with his Power Claw. So there's a slim chance I'll kill all 3. But hey, I'll put 1 into the sergeant and 1 into the other, 1 each into the other 2. So I'll do this separately for the sake of getting it right. So hitting on 4 hits, that's the sergeant, and then the other 2 also hitting on 4s. Yes. All right, wounded on 2s now. Again, sergeant first, wounds. The other 2 intercessors. Oh no! Well, never mind. Okay, so AP minus 3, 6-up save for each.
So first one doesn't make it. Second one doesn't make it.
All right.
How many wounds?
D3 on the sergeant. 3 dead sergeant. On the other ones, 2. All right, another dead intercessor. All right, that was worth it. Dropped a couple of them before going down, boss.
Right.
Good. So that leaves you with 1 intercessor, basically. So 1 objective secured model. That's what I wanted, basically. So all right, now finish him off then. Go on.
Sergeant's getting his revenge.
Okay.
Maybe not.
Or not, yeah. He is stunned by this display of ferocity from the Knob and is
right.
caught unawares.
Lieutenant, come on. Come on, Lieutenant. Hit on 2s. Right.
That's more like it.
Wounding on 4s. Rerolling 1s. Are you kidding me? That's dead. He's deaded.
Dead Knob.
Thank you.
Wow. Moving over to this duel by the chapel, the librarian is going to be smacking Zog in the face with his magic stick.
So hit on.
We're trying to, anyway.
Freeze. That's
3 hits.
yeah.
Yep, you can have that.
Strength 6. What's his toughness?
His toughness is I don't actually know. Hold on. Okay, his toughness 5, so wounded on 3s.
All wound.
3 wounds.
Minus 3 minus 2.
Better check it.
I'm checking it. It's -1.
Minus
Sorry.
1. Okay, so 3 up saves then. Well, we can tank this on your shiny Gubbins armour. No, 2 go through. So you want to roll the D3. I've got a cyborg body, so I've got feel no pain rolls to make. So 3 and
2.
2. So 5. 5 up. Ignore wounds because of the super cyborg body. And I ignore 2 of those, so I take 3 damage on Zog. He is very much still in the game though. It's crumping time. This beaky with the magic stick's going down. We've got 5 attacks from Zog. These will hit on 3s because unwieldy with the power claw. He hits with all bar 1. Imagine if he was a goth, he'd get 3 extra attack rolls then. My goodness. I might have to try again with goths. They seem interesting, but anyway. Right. This will now wound on 2s. Yes. 4 wounds, AP -3. You've probably got some sort of invulnerable save on you because you're in Terminator armor. So
5.
okay, so 4, 5 up, Crux Terminatus saves.
4, 5 ups. Come on. There's 1, but 3.
Right, your shiny golden emperor ain't protecting you today. So, although maybe I shouldn't count my chickens squigs so early.
How many wounds does it do?
It does D3, so
Okay.
yeah. Alright, yeah, I'll just roll all at once.
I'm
2,
dead.
4, 6. Dead librarian.
He's got 5 wounds.
We squished him, boss. Yeah. Problem is, Pain Boy, we's now stuck all the way out here, and the fight's over there. Stupid wizard got killed, so I can't jump to the other side of the board. I mean, battlefield. But hey, I got some petty revenge on the librarian at least. So yeah, there's no morale to do, because anything that would be taking morale is dead, diddly, dead, extra dead, completely wiped out. And that's how things end at the end of round 2. And this time the Ultramarines control the Stomper. I think that's abundantly clear.
Turn 3, sorry.
End of round 3.
Yeah.
I'm losing count now. I'm having too much fun. Yeah, so 1 point to the Ultramarines then. So it's 2-1 to the Orks. Interesting. All right, Orks turn 4 then. Coming up next. Alright, his Orks turn 4. Zog's got a cunning plan. Yes, cunning but brutal, but mostly cunning. Yeah, it comes down to I need to remove Ultramarines that are within capping distance of the Stomper. So, yeah, it's difficult to do because I basically just, the Devastators, if I don't kill them, they can hop down and run over. But also need to kill these guys. This guy in particular, this Intercessor, he's a problem because he's a troops unit, which means he's got objective secured, which is really bad news. So he actually does need to die top priority. So, what we're going to start with is Zog himself. He has moved and advanced. He has 1 shot with his combi rocket launcher. It'll hit on a 6. If it hits, I'm going to be over the moon. If it misses, well, what did you expect? He's going to be shooting at that Intercessor Sergeant over there. So, it hits! Yes! Okay, right. No, you just watch it fail to wound. Right, I'm nervous now. I didn't expect that to work. Strength 8, wounds on a 2. It does wound. AP minus... oh gosh, I gotta check. It's -2, so you've got a 5 up save on that Intercessor.
I make it.
Ah,
I made it.
No!
Intercessor is a hero.
No!
I told you my sergeants.
Your sergeants are infuriating, mate. Okay, well... okay, Big Mac with a shock attack gun. He's going to fire snotlings at that lone Hellblaster, because that's pretty much all he can see right now. So, 2d6 for strength. 7. And d6 shots. 2. Oh dear. Alright, hitting on 5s. I do get a hit though, against the odds. Wounds on a 3. It wounds. AP minus ridiculous 5, so no save for you. And it is... I don't know how much damage. I've forgotten. D6 damage. That intercessor is Snotling.
Hellblaster.
Yeah, Snotling. Dust bait. I don't know what the word to use is. English language is eluding me in this late stage of the game. It's very exciting. But yes, he's just full of Snotlings now. That is a power armor suit filled with Snotlings. Alright, that dealt with. And that leaves me with the flash gits. Yeah. Okay, so I have killed a unit now within 2 feet. So I am hitting on 3s. So I've got that in my favour. I'm going to gamble. This could probably lose me the game if this goes horribly wrong. 1 flash git is going to fire at the Intercessor Sergeant. The other 3 are going to fire at the Devastators. So, first flash git with the Snaz gun. I like to think it's the captain doing this, aiming at that guy down there. These will hit on 3s because 4+ ballistic skill plus freebooters thing. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I have 1 command point left. I am spending it. It hits. Strength 6, wounds on a 3. It does wound. AP minus 2. Another 5-up save to make. Don't you dare.
5 up. No.
No! Right, 2 damage. He's dead. That's one of the best command points I've ever spent. Alright, so now the rest of them. So the other 3 Snaz guns, this time at the Devastators in the ruins up there. Hitting on 3s. Okay. And now wounding on 3s. Alright, and that is 1, 2, 3, 4. Minus 2 becomes a minus 1 because of cover. So 4 ups.
On 4s. 4s. 1 failed.
1 failed. 1 Devastator is killed. But I managed to kill the Intercessor Sergeant. That's what I cared about a little bit more, honestly. So, okay. Okay. I think that concludes my shooting phase. That's it. And I don't have any charges to do. Your Devastator's lost 1 guy. Can they even fail a morale?
No.
I don't think they can, no.
Cannot.
So that basically concludes Ork turn 4. So, yeah, that was very quick. Right now, it is a tie for who controls the Stomper. So at least I'm denying them a point at the end of the round, but obviously that's probably not going to last very long because, yeah.
It's still got to go through mine.
Yeah, okay. Well, alright then. Let's do this. Ultramarines turn 4. It hangs on the edge of a knife, this game. This is awesome. Alright, let's go. Okay, folks. It's Ultramarines turn 4. Movement has happened. This is the plan. Devastators have jumped down off this building so they can get some shots on the big mech over here. And the captain and lieutenant have sequestered themselves around the back of the Stomper there. So, that's the movement, basically. Now on to shooting. The Devastator is basically going to be shooting the big mech.
Yep.
That's the idea.
He's going to use his plus...
Sergeant's
1
using his Auspex. Yep.
on him.
On the
On
las
one of the
cannon.
las cannons. So we'll do heavy bolt first.
Okay.
Hitting on 4s because it's heavy weapon, but reroll 1s because I'm carefully made it so they will
Yep.
still wound. Reroll that one. All hit. Just toughness.
Toughness of the big mech is 4.
So wounded on 3s. 2 wounds at minus 1 AP.
Okay, 5 ups. No.
How many wounds does he have?
He's got 4.
Okay.
So he's probably not going to survive this.
Right, so Lascan, we'll do the one that's shooting worse.
I'm afraid that's missed, isn't it?
Yep, that's missed.
Right.
Maybe I should... Oh, it would have missed anyway because it was hitting on a 4, so that's okay.
Yeah.
This is hitting on a 3. Hits. Strength 9, toughness, so 2s.
Yes.
And that is a 5 in there.
Okay.
In the gap.
I will
so
take your word for it. There we
there
go.
we go.
Yeah.
minus 3.
Right, no save. D6 damage. He's got
2
2
wounds
wounds.
left, right?
Yeah, 2 wounds left. So anything but a 1. Oh, he's alive still. Plasma cannon now.
Plasma cannon's dead.
Oh, is it dead?
Yeah, he died.
Oh yeah, I killed it. I forgot. Well, are you in range to shoot him with some pistols?
Yeah.
Can you see him with line of sight? Let's have a look. I'm afraid it's been determined that unfortunately those characters can't see the big mech and vice versa because there's just too much junk in the way. And to be fair, Heathage did deliberately move them into there so that they weren't in line of sight of the big mech. So yeah, it kind of makes sense. So that means that's the end of Ultramarines turn 4 and it's a draw. Neither of us gets a point for the Stomper because we're both equally contesting it. Painboy and Big Mech versus Captain and Lieutenant. So the battle continues on to turn 5, and it'll be the Orks now. This game is turning into a weird puzzle I have to try and unpick because we've got so limited resources left on the field. It's really interesting. I love it. Okay, right, Orks turn 5. Let's go. Alright, it's Orks turn 5 movement phase and I'm interrupting it at the minute because something just really dumb happened that's probably cost me the game. I moved the Big Mech over here to try and shoot these guys. And I moved the Painboy over to go and heal him. And Painboys being what they are, they sometimes don't really heal so much as they hurt. And in this case, that's exactly what happened. When the Painboy heals someone, you roll the dice. And on a 2+, you heal D3 mortal wounds, or D3 wounds on the target. If you roll a 1, target loses wounds. He's got a Grot Orderly, so once per battle he can re-roll it. And I rolled a 1 again, twice in a row. So the Big Mech is now dead at the hands of his own Painboy. So I think I've had it. I'm gonna keep looking at stuff, see what I can figure out. But I think I've had it. Can't believe that. All right. Okay, this is what's happening. So with the Big Mech now dead, Painboy's out there by himself. Currently, I'm not capping the Stomper. I am not. No, I am not. Not even Zog is quite in range. The range of it has decreased again. You see, we're now on 6 inches. So, as it stands, the Ultramarines will get a point this turn. Nothing I can do about that. So basically, I'm gonna have to. I have a choice. I have a choice right now. I can either leave the flash kits where they are and have them shoot at the Devastators and hopefully kill them, or they can hop down there, advance over here, and get within capping range of the Stomper. That will put me in the lead in terms of number of models next to it, but I won't be able to kill the Devastators, who in the Ultramarines turn will be able to run over and add their models to the pile. I mean, right now they've got 4 of them, isn't there?
Yeah.
4, 5, 6 versus 1 who might be dead next turn. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to try and play the long game and kill the Devastators and hope that the game goes long enough for me to be able to make it a draw or maybe somehow nick a win out of it if I can kill the Ultramarine. I don't. Thing is, the flash kits as well. They'd probably just shoot the Devastators rather than hop down and do important proper stuff because they're flash kits and they're lunatics and they like shooting stuff. So that's what I'm going to do. When in doubt, do the Orky thing. So that's what I'm going to do. Right. So movement phase done. Now the flash kits. I'm going to be firing at the Devastators. 3 shots each with the Snaz guns. Hitting on 4s. Hopefully I don't suck with my dice rolls here, otherwise it's probably all over. And that was a shocking dice roll, so there we go, it's probably all over.
You get to reroll 2 though, don't you? Because you got 2 6s.
Yeah, that's right, actually. Daka is a thing. I wonder how many times I've forgotten it this game. And I get another hit. Alright, cool. So, technically this is enough if I'm amazingly lucky. So, wounding on 3s. Alright, 3 wounds. I'm not going to kill all of you, but That's AP -2, and you are still in cover, so you've got...
Just a 3+, right?
No,
4+,
no,
yeah.
4+, yeah.
AP -2, what am I on about? 4+. I save 1.
Alright, so 2 Devastators dead.
We will need to keep the closest ones, so that means Sergeant's dead.
Right.
And we know the bane of your existence is Sergeants right now.
So yeah. Okay, that leaves 2 Devastators, Captain and Lieutenant. Yeah, this is really close. Okay. Well, Painboy doesn't have any guns. I don't think you can see them to shoot them anyway, round the side there. So, yeah, I think that's the end of Ork turn 5. Ultramarines turn 5 now. Right, it's the end of Ultramarines turn 5 movement. This is what's happening. It's Operation Kill the Painboy, basically. The Devastators have moved over here. Captain and Lieutenant are getting ready to charge him. That's the plan, basically, kill the Painboy. So, gonna start with the Devastators?
Right, let's start with Devastators. Heavy bolter.
Right, hitting with 4s.
That is not a bunch of 4s, but there's one here.
1 hit.
Strength, toughness 4, yeah?
Yeah.
Weighted on a freeze, rerolling 1s, but no 1s.
Okay, Heavy Bolter has failed.
Las Cannon.
Las Cannon now.
Hit on 4s. Rerolling 1s though.
Ooh. No, the Las Cannon whiffs as well!
Right, pistols. Let's do Lieutenant first, because they're useless. Show them how it's done. Oh wow, that would have been useful. And wounded on a 4?
It does wound.
Yeah,
I
so-
must check what my save is. It's a 6+ t-shirt save on the Painboy, unfortunately, so here goes. No. Right, so he takes a wound. He's down to 3 now.
So Captain, hit on 2s, rerolling 1s.
Yeah, that's more reliable.
4s again, rerolling 1s because of Lieutenant.
Yep.
All of them.
Right, let's...
No.
Alright, he saves 1, and you know what? I think as well, I think his Painboy save might apply to him.
Oh yeah,
I think he can...
forgot about that.
I think he can stick syringes in himself, so let me just check that. Alright, 2 things have occurred to me now. One is that yes, I think he can heal himself with his own tools. The other is I technically could have rolled Doc's tools for the I'm losing the plot now. I really am. For the big mech when I accidentally killed him with my Painboy. I'm not going to do it because I missed it and I should have remembered, and that's on me. What really stings is that I rolled a dice to see what would have happened anyway, and it was a 6. So that really sucks. But hey, that will hopefully teach me to remember that in the future. However, that earlier wound that I forgot to do the Doc's tools save for on the Painboy? No. Okay, so all that for nothing basically. But yeah, he's now taken 3 wounds. He's got 1 left. You're going to have to charge, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, so the Ultramarines are showing some tactical restraint. They are not going to charge the Painboy. And the reason they're not going to charge the Painboy is because they don't want to get closer to the war boss, and that's, fair enough really, I suppose. They want to get close to the war boss and or be able to get shot at by the flash kids. So basically, he's just really hoping the game ends this turn, and if it doesn't end this turn, he's really hoping I mess up the advance roll on those flash kids and don't manage to get them in range to cap the objective. So it's all gambling now. It's anyone's game, basically. It's all about the dice. So that's the end of Ultramarines turn 5, and now we roll to see if the game ends. Who rolls in this scenario? Was it me or you that rolled the dice? I suppose it doesn't matter really. But okay, it's the player that went first that rolls the dice, so that would be me. And I'm getting low battery warnings on my phone. Wonderful. I probably knocked the microphone there as well, so that was... Yeah, anyway, I'm losing the plot here, folks. We've been at this for a while. So, on a 3+, the game continues. The game continues.
Hello, BGs. Did you miss me?
Yeah, that Zog. He made a 6 on his advance roll, folks, and because of his war ability, he can advance and charge. So he's right around the corner in charge range, quite easy charge range as well of the captain and lieutenant. Painboy is charged up there as well. He's going to get stuck in too. It's going to be a battle of the warlords and their lieutenants, basically. Now, we're just at the end of the movement phase. There's one last thing to do, and I'm filming it because it's kind of important. These flash gits, they need to advance off here and get net down there next to the stomper. So, here we go. 5. So they're moving 10. Okay, folks, as we crowd around the objective, this is what it looks like. Flash kits on this side, everyone else on this side. The score is 2-all. This upcoming fight really is what's going to decide everything. It's kind of tense. So, I do have one gun that can shoot, and that is Zog's combi rocket launcher. So, it will hit on a 6, and I'm going to shoot the lieutenant. So, because he doesn't have a 3+ invulnerable save. So, oh, let's try that again without dropping it. It's a 1. Never mind. So, shooting phase done. Charge phase it is. Right, we'll start with the painboy into the lieutenant. So you want to shoot me with your pistol?
Hit on 6. Come on. No.
Nope. Oh, that's pretty much automatically in. So hello. And now Zog into both. So watch me with the gauntlet from the captain. Any hits?
No hits.
No. So charge. I do have the here we go. So not that I think I'll need it. That's an 8. Bosh. Get out of the way, crate. There we go. Right. Okay. So combat beginneth. Alright, folks. This is what things look like in the fight phase. We're going to start with the painboy. He's got 4 attacks with his power claw, plus an extra one with the early syringe, and he's going to be attacking the lieutenant. So this will hit on 4s. Ooh, we get 1 hit. It's strength 10, so a wound on 2. No, it doesn't. All right then, I was just going to have to stab you with the early syringe. So that will hit on a 3. That also rolls a 1. Wow, painboy, this was a bad time for you to screw up, my friend. All right, so war boss. Okay, Zog, you do what you do best. Him versus the captain. The captain does not get his 3-up invulnerable save from the Sanctic Halo because of the null field from the Stomper. So, yeah, here we go. 5 attacks because of Might is Right. Hitting on 3s with his power claw. Okay, we get 4 hits. This is strength 12, so this will wound on 2s. Everything wounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. AP minus 3. You have 4 6-up saves.
Oh, if this is the time, the Emperor needs to protect me.
If ever there was a time.
Do you want to
it
sort
would
it
be
out, Emperor?
Yeah.
Seriously, at this point. Oh, no. No.
Okay, 3d3 damage. It's not guaranteed to kill him. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think he's dead. I think you've got 5 wounds, haven't you? Or is it 6? Okay, Zog did not manage to kill him. Maybe the Emperor does protect after all. He's got 2 wounds left, that captain, and now he's striking back at Zog. So,
hit on freeze.
with
Rerolling
with
ones.
the power fist, yeah.
Yeah, but 3 hit. Toughness 8, strength.
Toughness 5.
No, toughness 5, yeah.
Toughness
My
5.
strength is 8.
Yeah. So wounded on 3s.
Freeze, rerolling ones because of lieutenant. It doesn't matter. 3 get through. Minus
3.
3, so.
So I do get 3 5-ups.
Wait, hold on. I've got to do damages. Do 3.
No, these are my saves. Then we get the 5-up but feel no pain.
Why do you get saves?
Because it's only minus 3 and I've got a 2+ save.
Oh, right, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I completely missed that.
So
Sorry.
5-ups. I make 1, fail 2. So it's 2d3 now for damage.
2d3.
And I've got my cyborg 5-up ignore pain saves.
Right, so.
2, 3. Okay. 3 5-ups. You're not going to kill him, basically. He's got 6 wounds left, so. Make 1 save, 2 go through. So I took 2 damage. Zog is on 4 remaining. The fight continues, folks.
Lieutenant
Yep, Lieutenant next.
with 4 attacks.
Who's he attacking?
He's gonna attack this one. I want to make sure he's dead.
Right, Pain Boy it is.
He's got 1 wound left, right?
Mm-hmm.
So hit on 2s, rerolling 1s. Oh, okay. Strength 4, toughness 4.
Toughness 5, so 5's to wound.
5's to wound.
No wounds. This epic duel continues. Alright, so, yeah, we went back and checked the tapes because I realised that you were attacking the Pain Boy, not the War Boss. And the Pain Boy's only toughness 4. So you rolled 2 4s there, so that's 2 that go through. I don't get a save because it's -3 and he has a t-shirt save. However, Doc's Tools. Also, Doc's Tools on the War Boss as well. I might do it right. Doc's Tools for the War Boss for his 2 that he took. Actually, no, I don't get to stack the Cyborg body with that, so forget I said that. So many rules to remember, guys. Right, so yeah, Pain Boy on himself. He's got 2 6-ups to make. He's got to make both of them to live. He's on 1 wound left, so he makes 1, but that's not enough. Pain Boy's dead. Blech. Alright, folks, it's Ultramarine turn 6. Pretty much everything is now occurred in the turn. These Devastators moved in right next to the back of the Stomper to ensure that they're capping. And we just go straight into the fight phase.
Oh,
So,
no, they have pistols. I can shoot the pistols.
oh yeah, you can shoot pistols. That's true.
Shoot
Yeah,
my pistols.
everyone forgets pistols.
I'm
So
glad I
go
just
ahead and do that
remembered.
then.
I'll do Lieutenant. Hits on reroll 1s, hits on 3s. No hit.
No.
Captain. All hit. Strength 4, toughness higher, I think.
5+ to wound. Yep.
So 5s. 2 wounds.
2 wounds. 2 up saves. No. Okay, that's not good. 5+ Cyborg. Okay, he makes that. Still on 4 wounds. That would have been bad.
So
Bad
now
news.
it's the fight phase.
Now it's the fight phase. Yeah. So, who you going to start with?
Start with Lieutenant.
Basically, if Zog survives this, I
I'm
get
gonna cry.
the point for this turn.
And I'm gonna cry.
If Zog dies, it's a draw.
Oh.
So,
Lieutenant hitting on 2s. Rerolling 1s.
alright, 4 hits. Winning on 5s.
Winning on 5s.
2 wounds.
-3, so 5 up.
2 5-ups. Makes 1, fails 1. 5-up Cyborg. No, okay. 3 wounds remaining on the War Boss.
Power fist him. Come on,
Right.
Captain. It's an Ork. You've been fighting them all your life. So hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. That's good.
Okay, 4 hits.
Wounded on 3s, rerolling 1s.
Oh boy. Alright. 5-up saves. I think the Zog might have had it. Doesn't make a single one. Roll your d3s and I'll try and Cyborg save him somehow.
Oh,
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's still a lot, but you know. So I'm gonna make your brain fake.
You need to make
Need to make 4 of
4
these
of them.
to survive. That's a tall order. But can Zog do it? For Gork and Mark! He saves 2. No. He falls! He comes crashing down. And as of now, it's a draw. So, I think it's your turn to roll the dice, isn't it?
Yes.
So, here's the thing though. It's actually not a draw.
How's it not draw?
Because you've got Slay the Warlord, my friend.
Oh,
So, roll the dice.
I could win.
4+. The Ultramarines are victorious. Wait, no. 4+ it continues. Yeah, no, the game has ended. The Ultramarines have done it. I think they managed to plant the melter bombs on the Stomper just in the nick of time there at the end as they knocked out Zog. And they're going to be scarpering the hell out of her. I imagine a Storm Raven or something will be swooping in here to pick these guys up. But that's all she wrote, folks. That is how it ends. Holy crap, that was close.
I am so happy.
That was awesome.
I'm generally so happy.
There you go, everybody.
Oh, yes.
My goodness. Well,
I forgot Slay the Warlord was a thing.
yeah, so did I until literally just now, and I've realised. Oh wait. Yes. Well, there you go. That came down to the dice in the end. That did.
Oh.
If I'd killed your captain, I'd be doing the victory dance right now instead.
I'm just shaking.
Man, so many things. Like if these guys hadn't made their advance roll, I would have lost. And
That's the thing. I was so excited at the end. Then I was trying to rush things. So I was like, "Please, just let me do this." And you're like, "I need to film this."
Yeah. So there you go, folks. That is the end of the game. That is how this little tale played out in the end. That was awesome. Like, rare is the day I get to play a game of 40k that comes that close to the wire.
That was such an amazing game.
That
It's
was
one of the better
awesome.
games I've ever played.
And frankly, I think that was a really great outing for the Orks. I had a hell of a lot of fun with them. I think Andrew's popping around with his Death Watch at some point next month, so I'll be bringing the Orks against those. I imagine that's probably going to be quite nasty though, because Death Watch chew through infantry like you wouldn't believe. But that was excellent. It turned out to be way closer than I thought. I was worried at the start, honestly, knowing that Orks have a bit of a reputation for being nasty now with their new codex. I was worried at the start that it might just become a bit of a wash. But no, the Space Marines clung on. They fell back. They did their Ultramarines thing. They held their discipline. They gunned down the boys. I think my biggest cock-up in the game was probably holding on to my command points for so long with Green Tide. Like I said, I think Green Tide can be a trap sometimes. And I should have either used it much sooner or not bothered with it at all. I kept holding on, hoping that I'd get down to maybe like 5 boys left or something, and then I could use Green Tide, but that's not how it works. If you've got 5 boys left, you know, they're going to run away from morale anyway, probably at that point. So, lesson learned there.
I'm just really surprised I got through your army.
Yeah. Oh, and lesson learned with the Pain Boy as well. Because if I'd gone with that 6 that I rolled as a hypothetical, the big mech would still be alive right now and would have been throughout those last couple of rounds of combat too. So, yeah. If I had remembered the Doc's Tools roll after accidentally killing the big mech with the Pain Boy, then that could have swung it in my favour as well. And also, if the Pain Boy hadn't killed the big mech, how do you roll 2 1s in a row? That Pain Boy deserved to die. He cost me the game. But, you know, that's the way of things. It's very orky, and so I kind of love it, really. So, alright, it's very hot in here. We're kind of tired. We've been playing this for a while, so I'm going to go now. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that was Orks vs. Ultramarines 40k edition. It was bloody fantastic. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll catch you next time.